Josh overdid you. He fucking outshouted you.
That's alright.
I couldn't even hear yours.
Okay.
Oh, is this the coffee one?
Yes, it's so
Okay, cool.
good.
I have a
It's
thing about
espresso.
coffee beers.
So did I,
They're
until
very
last
scared.
night.
I'm very scared of them sometimes.
It's a bit bitter, but I could drink it. I think I would need a can to myself to get acclimated.
Literally just saw the blue squid on it, and I was like, "That's right up my
Sweet.
alley." Yeah, you saw my
Oh,
Oh
post.
shit, we're recording. All right, so fuck, I actually forgot. Now I was gonna make a joke about forgetting, and I really did forget.
Nice.
Mr. Josh, how's your week?
Okay.
Did you watch anything cool? Play anything cool this week? Do
Well,
anything cool?
it's only been
I was gonna
yeah.
Oh right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What?
it's been a week.
No, I
It's
forgot.
been a week.
Yeah,
It's
I
been a
forgot
week.
It hasn't been a week. But whatever, you know, our
So-
weeks are fucked.
Yeah,
They're either
bloody
10-day weeks or they're fucking 3-day weeks.
Yeah.
So we deal with it. But anyways, what's up?
Right. Not so much played stuff. Watched a few things. Yeah. Watched Hocus Pocus for the first time in years.
Oh my
I thought you
god!
were-
So did I yesterday.
I thought
Really?
you were gonna
Yes!
say first. I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
first
Oh.
time. I was like, that's not true.
Right?
Okay.
No.
I'm sorry to glom onto your thing again, but something bugged the shit out of me, and that's the key word in this, because there's a part where Thackeray Binks jumps on top of Max, and he's like, "You can talk," and in the OG, I swear to God, he says, "Yeah, no," or he says, "No shit," but in this one, he says he doesn't, right? Like, I guess they censored it for
I
the...
don't know if I ever remembered him saying no shit.
Like, I swear to God it happens, but someone correct me, I might be wrong,
Yeah.
could be a Mandela, but I'm sorry.
Maybe. Yeah, it was weird watching that again because it kind of reminded me how much of a cursed decade the 90s were.
Oof, right?
Yeah.
Call me iced.
And, you know that what, yeah, God, that was cringy. It was what, 92?
93.
93?
It's 93,
Okay.
yeah, I checked.
The effects for the cat were actually pretty good.
Isn't it weird when you watch back and you're like, that was pretty good? Because normally,
Yeah.
it's like when we
ugh.
saw, I think it was me, the unnamed one, and Mario saw the 4K Ghostbusters when it came back out in theaters, like in 2016 or whatever.
Like OG, like Bill Murray. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
And we were watching it, and in 4K, the gargoyles looked even shittier.
Ooh.
Like, the gargoyles obviously looked like trash when that
They
movie
look-
came out.
yeah,
They
no,
look
you-
contemporary.
You can
for
definitely
the
tell
time,
how they're
yeah.
like superimposed.
Right,
And shit.
and in
Ooh, I hate
4K on a fucking movie
Yeah.
screen.
Dude, that was like, it wasn't as bad, but the first time I watched Beetlejuice in HD, it looked like I was watching a play.
Jeez.
Like, there was such distance between it, but,
But, Mr. Josh.
Yeah. I
Hocus Pocus.
feel like the whole budget went towards the talking cat.
whatever, Thackeray
Probably
Binks
did.
steals that show, okay?
Yeah, no,
He's the
Thack-
greatest.
Binks is great. Binks the witch hunter.
Thanks.
Witch Hunter Binks.
Yeah.
I like your
s-
shoes.
Witch Hunter, not Monster Hunter?
yeah.
They're my money.
And also that
That's
film
my
is like the
ankle.
peak of Sarah Jessica Parker.
I was gonna
Before
say,
he
yeah.
transformed into a horse.
I was gonna say, like, even...
It's like
That's my horse!
With-
That's a
with-
Matthew
it
Broderick.
just went downhill.
That's what...
Yeah, Matthew Broderick just throws her. That's my horse.
With retrospect, it's like, because I thought, well, what was her name in this movie? I forget her name in the movie, but she was like my crush back then, but now I'm like, yeah, pass.
But there's a
Yeah.
difference between someone getting old and someone transforming into another species.
But like,
It's-
she just didn't look that great back
It's
then.
really
Oh,
weird.
even then, yeah.
Because I remember that was the first thing I ever saw Sarah Jessica Parker in.
Same.
And I was like, ah, she's pretty. And then I saw, like her in like Sex and the City,
City, yeah.
photos, and I was
Oof.
like, whoa, what happened? Like, what? Is this the same?
It's like a candle after
Is it
30
just
minutes.
is it just makeup? But
Like,
rewatching
I
it,
know,
I'm like,
no,
yeah,
yeah, it's hella makeup. Like, that's what made her look
Yeah.
good. But
yeah.
I'll just.
So moving on from that,
Okay.
Yeah.
What
let's see.
else?
Finally watched Hereditary.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
please.
Yeah, it was interesting. Definitely plays with lighting very well. Yeah, that scene was kind of weird.
That's so fucked up, dude.
Was that to fuck
Yeah.
with someone's phobia, probably?
No, I
is
think
it a
that's
light
just to
switch
be.
thing, or what?
Oh, I thought you
No.
knew what I was just
Oh.
doing.
Oh.
No.
To clarify for the
There's
viewers.
a scene. Yeah, it's a scene.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't seen it?
So. I haven't.
I don't
seen
like
it.
horror movies,
Oh.
so of course I didn't.
Oh man, no, like okay, then you really won't like this
Yeah.
movie.
No. The
It's-
only horror movies I like are zombie movies.
Okay,
I wouldn't say it's like frightening,
it's art house horror
but it's
all the
very
way.
it's
Okay.
very unsettling.
Yes, I
Yes.
don't like unsettling. So,
No,
Yeah.
so much.
so I
So.
wouldn't like it then.
Like,
Yeah.
you
Like I didn't like
think-
that walrus one. I,
Oh,
look,
Tusk?
I looked away half the movie.
Tusk
yeah.
is. Eh.
Eh.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
as far as-
gross.
as far as
Again,
Kevin
it's
Smith-
unsettling. It
No,
doesn't
but I
have to
mean,
be
like,
good.
but see,
It's like, it
it's
doesn't
like
matter.
it's a
I don't care
Kevin
how bad
Smith
it is.
horror
Right,
film,
like, it's just disgusting.
and it's
Yeah.
just like, ugh, all right, dude, don't try your hat at everything. Red State is fantastic.
Red
though. That's
State,
a great
okay,
one.
Yeah,
I'll
Red
check it out.
State is pretty good. Actually.
Yeah, Michael Parks. Michael
Michael
Parks,
Biehn?
right?
Did you
Not Mike-
say
no,
Michael
I mean,
Biehn?
John
No.
Goodman's in it.
Hell
so-
yeah.
John Goodman is great.
Oh,
in
then
it.
it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but what's the Michael Park, right? That's the old
I
guy?
like John.
The character actor that's in like every Tarantino film after like 95?
The wolf.
The old man. No,
Yeah.
not Harvey Keitel.
Oh, right, yeah.
But yeah, no, he's a great character actor. He plays the big fundy leader, but it's a fantastic film. Think, Waco.
I mean, shit, just think of the Westboro Baptist Church.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Actually.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no,
So-
Red State's pretty good.
The Hereditary?
Yeah, Hereditary, no, it's fine. Just
It's fine.
very, very
Unsettling.
unsettling. Yeah.
Yeah, that word is already not going to add that to my list, unfortunately.
Very much
and not
so.
a hater thing, I don't like
Yeah.
unsettling.
Not
shit.
your cup of tea,
Fucking
yeah.
the book in the fire.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
I need
Yeah.
to read more horror books,
Is
though,
it-
because
is
I
it-
can
is
read
that
it. I just
anti-Semitic?
can't watch it.
Someone told me, someone made
My
that point, and
imagination
I was
Makes it
like,
too real.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe?
I didn't
I
get.
feel like you're putting that label on there by saying that.
Are they trying to say that the dad was Jewish?
He is Jewish, isn't he?
Was he? I
thought
didn't.
so.
I don't know. Like I heard an accent, but my brain didn't go to.
Because it's in, what,
Jewish.
Colorado, Utah?
Yeah.
But yeah, someone brought that point up to me after we watched it, and I was like, I think you're just putting that label on there. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
the lighting is fantastic. Cinematography's great.
Yeah,
Unsettling
no,
and good lighting.
yeah, it plays with lighting really
10
well.
out of 10.
Subverts your expectations, too. Like, what you think it's going to be
Oh yeah,
tropey.
Josh, did
Yeah.
it surpass your expectations? Was it better than you thought it would be, or was it about as good as you thought it would be, or was it worse than you thought it would be?
I mean, I think it was. I think I probably hyped it up a bit too much in my mind.
Fair.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
the way you're
Yeah.
talking about it. It doesn't sound like you hate it, but it definitely does sound like
I definitely
you were
wasn't
over
wowed.
underwhelmed a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, I have heard it is an unsettling film, and I watched it, and I was like, yeah,
You're expecting
it is.
to unsettle
Yeah.
you,
Mhm.
someone who's been watching like 20 horror movies this month.
I wish.
All right.
I've actually been slacking.
Damn.
That's all right.
Uh,
You used to try to do like one a night or some shit
Yeah,
like that back
I used
in the
to
day,
try
right?
to do that.
What's your main genre of horror, Josh? Like, what do you prefer? Like gore, suspense,
Yeah, I don't
zombie,
know.
Another one I don't like is whatever Saw is.
My thing with zombies,
gore, straight gore.
I will admit those zombies is a bit. I'm a little burnt out on zombies.
Oh, for sure.
Same.
It's
Yeah.
overplayed.
Yeah.
But when it's the only thing you really watch, I really
Yeah.
could care less.
You're like, I'm
Because
so
I'm like, I have
into
nothing
that.
else. Yeah.
I can't watch any of the other ones,
Yeah.
so I love
Yeah.
zombies.
Yeah, the only zombie
if you
movies-
ever want to watch like just zombie, if you ever want to burn yourself out, just go to Crackle.
Okay.
Crackle has commercials though. That's what I don't like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but after watching that, I then watched the. I think it's just the Blair Witch. It's. I
Do you want to add the next one? Or the one
Yeah,
after?
so I think
The
it's a
third
I
one?
think it's a sequel.
It's a series now, so
Because
I don't know
there's
how
the
many
Blair
there are.
Witch Project. There's Blair Witch
There's
Project
Book
2.
of Shadows.
Right.
Book of
Yeah,
Shadows,
Book of
yes.
Shadows.
And then
Yeah.
I think the Blair Witch is the third.
Yeah, I think
Book of
Just the
M
Blair
Shadows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they all continuous?
Book of M
Are they all
Shadows.
actually related?
So this is why I'm confused because I initially thought it was a reboot,
Okay, that's what I would have thought too.
but in the beginning, like one of the characters, he's watching the footage because his sister went missing.
From the first one or the second one? Oh, there's no footage in the second
yeah,
one.
I
From the
don't,
first
I
one.
don't,
I've
I
never
don't
seen
remember
Book
the
of
characters
Shadows.
from
Wait,
the
is Book
first
of Shadows
film.
when they're like doing it real world style?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. The movie sucked.
Yeah, it sucks.
But they all suck, don't they?
They both suck, that's true.
Well, let me get to that.
Okay.
All probably
So-
sucked.
So it does have a premise that there were tapes found in the woods, and the guy's reviewing the tape. He's like, "Oh, that's my sister. I have to go find her." So he and his friends get equipment like walkie-talkies, cameras, and all that shit. They go into the woods, and then it kind of goes into. It's real weird. It switches between third person and first person.
That's
Ew,
weird.
I fucking hate that.
I hate that.
Wait,
Yeah.
is it modern or are they fucking lugging around the big, like,
They're-
15-pound camera?
It's modern. They have a fucking drone.
Oh,
Of course!
Okay.
Of
Yeah.
course!
that was last year.
Of
yeah,
course.
there's a scene where the drone gets stuck in a tree because, of course, it would.
It's so new they were wearing masks while they were all
Right.
together.
Shit.
God, I can't wait to see that in movies. Holy shit. No, anyway,
It will
sorry.
be.
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, I hope so.
But yeah. So I don't really know how I fully feel about it. So yeah, so it probably makes me think it's a sequel because they reference the books.
The footage.
Yeah, but my problem with it is that I think I find the lore of the Blair Witch more interesting
Yes.
than the spooky
Then the
shit.
execution.
Yeah.
So, Destiny?
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like a game where, like, on the surface or on paper it sounds badass, and the game sucks.
Yeah, because
Oh.
the one thing I liked about the original film was in the beginning where they're interviewing people about the Blair Witch,
Yeah.
and they're telling all these stories of, like, who she was and all that shit. Like, that was way more interesting. Then once they get into the woods, it was boring as fuck.
That's
No,
lame.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been camping?
And so in this one, there's like no lore shit.
And
They're
it's
just
boring.
in the woods,
So
but
it's boring?
it's not.
Shitty jump scares. What?
There's more shit that happens in the woods, like of course they see the stick things.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
so stupid.
Yeah.
Apparently, so they did add something to that. I guess the sticks are like a weird, almost voodoo doll
Yeah,
thing.
that's what I've always
Yes,
understood.
yeah.
Yeah, because a guy grabbed one and he kind of broke it, and this girl's body just twisted.
I was wondering
Right.
what would
Did it
break
look kinda
first.
cool?
Right? Like,
Did it look cool at least?
It happened like really fast,
Oh, okay.
and you just see her like all fucked up.
Like Charisma
Yeah.
Carpenter and the fucking Haunting of Emily Rose. No, that's not Charisma Carpenter. That's her
Did I
sister.
Wait, did I see? I think I might have seen that one, but I don't. There's so many.
It's
films
okay.
There's a
Okay.
lot of
like
fucking.
It's essentially Insidious 4.
that.
Like it's on that level of like
But yeah, now they do kind of show the witch like a little bit. You see a creature.
In the second one, did they just show her in the second one?
I don't.
I don't know.
I
I,
thought
they
never.
did.
I saw it.
So it's
once
just
on
kind of funny that
HBO.
they would be so reserved with her when they've already shown her.
Yeah.
I want to say that's
Yeah.
weird.
Is this the OG like found footage series?
No, wait, yes. I
Like
guess
Blair
I
Witch
guess
was,
in
mainstream, in mainstream.
Before
Yeah, probably like in
Paranormal
America.
Activity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Wreck is really good. That's a great one.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sure even Slenderman they got the idea from Blair Witch. I'm sure.
Slenderman.
pretty sure.
Kill your friends.
There's like little tidbits of stuff that. So I guess the Blair Witch can manipulate time as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I never
All
followed that
right.
far,
Yeah.
so whatever. I
All
guess I can make it
right.
up.
Yeah, because one of the guys vanishes, and then when they get to the cabin, they find him, but he has like his hair's crazy and he has a beard, and he's like, "Oh, you look just the way I remember like X years ago."
He's Death Stranding.
Yeah.
He had the rain on him.
And and like
I
starts
understood that
talking about
reference.
how you have to like obey what she asks of you or some shit like that.
But she never talks.
Yeah.
You have to know what she's thinking.
telepathy.
Oh, they
It's like a relationship.
somewhat explain why they stand in a corner. Apparently,
Oh, like,
oh
every
yeah,
time you
the
go to a
fucking
room.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why do they stand in a corner?
apparently you can't look at her.
She's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause she'll just fucking kill you or whatever.
Oh,
Medusa.
okay.
Can I
So
hear
she's
that?
the
And that
witch
just makes me
from
think of-
Left 4 Dead.
Or Slenderman.
I guess.
That
So-
just makes me think of Damien's part from New Girls. Don't look
Yeah.
at me.
Because it's
No,
real
no,
weird
Mean
because
Girls, not New Girl.
I was gonna
they're
say, what?
they're in the cabin or the house or whatever. They see one of the guys hiding in a corner, and then he just disappears. And then him and the last girl like split up, and then they meet up again, and then he just tells her, "Oh, you have to stand in the corner and don't look at her."
It's weird
Like,
that
you
you
just
just corner.
know.
Okay.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
can I just
Like
sit
why
on the
not
wall?
this? I know why not at the I know exactly right.
Yeah.
I beat you, motherfucker!
Yeah, I
I'm
don't.
in a corner in my hands.
Yeah, so it's
This
real
is
weird.
technically a corner. I mean,
I
Yeah.
made a corner with my hands.
Mine's
I
rounded.
just said.
I did a round,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so there's no corner.
You're just in a bubble.
Well, anyways, for the Blair Witch
Trope.
was
Wait,
Yeah.
one more thing. Have you ever seen Grave Encounters?
Yeah.
Highly recommend them. Great great films. I need a third
Great
one.
Fear.
Great fear.
Great fears.
You're
Great
not gonna
films.
sleep.
Yes, great fear.
I was gonna say that's what it sounds like when you're recording past midnight.
Recommend
No, right.
movie
Right.
5 out of 5. Great fear.
Great
Great
fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it's whatever. Yeah. And then started watching this anime called Mononoke.
Not Princess
Not-
Mononoke.
Yeah, not to be
Well, what's the
confused with
difference?
Princess Mononoke.
What's the difference? It's not the same
It's not
thing.
the- it's
Yeah.
not
It's the difference between fucking Michael Jackson and fucking Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Or
or
Michael
Michael
B.
Jordan and
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. Ah, so I knew
Yeah.
where we were going. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
Good stuff.
So it's interesting. It's kind of I guess you could kind of say it's like a horror anime,
Oh.
but more kind of like a little bit of folklore, I guess. So it's about a character who they just refer to them as the medicine vendor, and he just shows up and
the plug.
yeah, and there will be like spirits or monsters around, and he has like this sword that he can only unsheath once he's found the shape, truth, and reason behind the monster.
I think I saw that in fucking Anime Night
Interesting.
before. Is it not that? Is it an older anime? Like
it's
it's
like
not.
2006, 2007.
Okay, yeah. I think I did see that because that premise
Yeah.
sounds like straight up. But I think when we saw it in Anime Night, because they're all weeaboos, I think they were. Is that I guess Mononoke would be the. I guess I thought it had a subtitle too. But anyways,
No, it's just
it's just
Mononoke.
Mononoke. Okay, yeah, but that does sound familiar though. He's basically a Ghostbuster that goes to different towns, but then again to defeat the monster, he has to
Yeah.
or defeat the. Because they all had different things. I want to say, like one thing was like, oh, this one this one gets kids to come to like a lake and go, oh, this is made up. I'm just making it up because I don't want to spoil the
Yeah.
actual things.
Yeah.
So yeah, but everything has a thing like that. Like it's this
cool.
lady that doesn't speak, but then she like draws kids to the lake and they drown in there because they don't fucking in the middle of the night. They all have like weird things like that. But I remember it being very good though. I liked it a lot.
So
Dude.
he has to know the shape of it. He has to know like what happened to them, and then why they're doing the shit they are doing.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then once that happens, then he can unsheath the sword and exercise it.
It's cool.
That actually sounds really cool.
That is
Yeah,
cool.
so
Yeah, might check out.
it's pretty neat
Because he
Um,
doesn't solve it the same way every time. That's what I like. It's not the same solution every time. Like I just didn't.
So I remember to do it.
Yeah.
Remember to watch it.
There's-
Where can you
Um,
watch it on?
So I'm watching it on Crunchyroll.
Okay.
Do you have a Crunchyroll account?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's how I'm watching
I
it.
was
on
gonna say. I
Crunchyroll.
was gonna say how else would he talk about it, John?
He's using
No, I mean
the
like okay. I meant to say, is it free? Is Crunchyroll free? Or do you pay?
Free if you want to watch with commercials.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't care about
and not in high def.
And not in high def.
Yeah.
that. Still don't care about that. That's all right, I'll check it out.
The art style is really cool too because it's animated like those old like scroll paintings.
Nice.
Yeah, so the texture actually looks like that and the
Super
colors
dope.
and everything. Yeah, so it's pretty aesthetically pleasing. So I'm about maybe 5 episodes in right now.
Is it a
So-
singular series, like one season?
It's like 12 episodes, yeah. Apparently it's a spin-off of an anthology series called Ayakashi Samurai Horror Tales or something like that.
Ooh,
Yeah. So,
dig it.
yeah. So that's what I'm gonna do.
And another similar series, just in case you guys finish that and you're like, I want more. Mushi, like Mushshi. That's another really good one that has like a similar premise to like
Okay.
anthology ghost busting shit. So it's kind of cool.
Take notes.
But yeah. But anyways, Mr. John.
Let's see. Fairly eventful week so far. A lot of work. A lot of shakeups at work because and a lot of shuffling around. Business all the time. Had a really fun day yesterday.
Hell
Which
yeah.
is like 2 days ago now.
Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of crazy.
doing-
Time just goes like that.
Yeah, right. Doing adulting and business
But
stuff.
also fun shit.
Yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Tried some legit Filipino food.
Oh yeah, that's right. You've never had real
Fucking
like other than a
delicious.
couple of dishes. but-
Yeah. No, that shit was. I don't remember to pronounce any of them, but yeah, it was great.
All good. Better than embarrassing yourself. Like
Exactly. What else? Oh, super proud. Found it. I'm down to 244. I haven't
Good.
been
What's
under
your goal?
225.
Nice.
Yeah, air fight.
Good.
I haven't been under 250 in probably a decade. So
Cool.
yeah,
I've also lost weight.
yes, you have. Very nice, mate.
Yeah.
What else? Watched Hocus Pocus randomly.
Just happened, dude.
Yeah.
That's the second week in a row you guys have watched at least one
Yeah.
movie at the same, like both of the same movie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been trying
so-
to do more horror. I bought The Raven the other day, that old school Vincent Price movie with
Okay.
Jack Nicholson, young
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah, super good stuff.
Have you watched it yet?
No.
No. It's really good.
Yeah.
So he's gonna
Oh,
get
is
I
it?
like it. Yeah.
No, have I ever? Yes, I've seen it like a million times.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why I bought
Just
it.
haven't watched
I haven't
since
watched it at
purchasing.
the time.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw this at
Fucking
you.
do it, I dare you.
Do what I do, where you buy the movie but you still stream it.
Oh, dude.
Like I
Right?
have the Blu-ray of Hereditary, but I watch it through Plex.
Like I have all the Avengers movies, but I'll still watch them on Disney Plus, which is not in HDX.
Nope.
No, I noticed that. Yeah, definite quality drop from Disney Plus to Vudu. So you use Vudu, highly recommend.
Yeah.
What else? What else?
You can
Randomly,
use his voodoo.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
you
gonna
can
link,
use my
I'm gonna link
Voodoo.
his info again.
everyone's
below, so.
gonna be like the Netflix. Started playing Pokemon Go again. Been beating up some rackets. That's fun.
Nice.
What else?
Did you catch
it?
Shiny Charmander today?
Was that no?
That was a thing today.
Oh, I already have a shiny Charizard,
Oh,
but yeah, I
okay,
could always
well,
use another one.
You don't want
Oh, the first thing I caught when I got back was a shiny Lapras, so that was cool.
Nice.
Lapras is always
Was that
nice.
straight up the first day?
Yeah.
That you like turned it on?
Like I turned it on, I completed some quests and stuff. I mean, I caught like middling Pokemons and stuff. But like the first like real one was like Lapras.
Quest.
The shinies in Pokemon Go are pretty much the same odds as in the game, right? Like fucking hella rare.
Don't okay. So I looked up the actual not equation, but like statistics to find a shiny, and like
Right.
what you have to do it for. Don't ask me to repeat that. It was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, no, that's a lot.
It is. It's crazy. So I don't know. I'm just gonna say I don't know.
Fair
but
enough.
I have a fairly good amount of shinies. I know that like when there are daily events or those like weekend events, you, like the propensity to catch them is much higher.
Okay, so they do have a multiplier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sometimes.
so like
In
on
fact-
Community Day and stuff like that, like it multiplies. Like I think there was one for, I can't remember, but you could, like, I caught 3 in a row.
So it's not as hard.
Yeah, it's not as hard. It's just rare to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I get lucky, but I have the only shiny starter I don't have is Bulbasaur, which sucks. I really want one.
Hell yeah, my boy.
And I have 2 shiny Totodiles. So
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, lots of fucking work all the time.
Unfortunate.
Nah, I mean, money. It's cool. It's
And
easy
be what it
job.
be. No?
No, that's it. Yeah.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, Patrick, how was your week?
Anyways, so I worked a lot this week. That was nice. I played Pokemon Go today for the first time in a couple of weeks because I just haven't had time to do it. Got a shiny Charmander. I was so excited. It's gonna be my shiny Charizard. Now I just need the Mega Charizard, and I'll be happy.
Mega.
Oh yeah, that's the thing they have.
Which
That's
Mega
right.
Charizard?
Why?
Yeah.
The edgy one?
Yeah.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
no, that's X. X is the edgy one.
X is the edgy one.
Y
X is
the-
blue.
Y
X is
the
black and
crown.
blue, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want both of them, but it doesn't, like, I'm eventually going to get them, so it doesn't matter.
Mm.
I worked. I'm learning a whole new skill set, so that's fun.
That you are. A skill
Yeah.
set that I'm going to probably end up utilizing. In the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna exploit you so hard.
So,
Or exploiting me for everything, so
right?
we can share the exploitation.
That's okay. So yeah, I'm learning a whole new skill set. It's been a lot of fun. I've been on back-to-back shoots with the company, and it's been a lot of fun. I got to shoot a food
Busy
truck.
but fun.
Yeah, I got to shoot a food truck.
That sounds really bad. You got
well,
to film
you
it.
got
I got to film. Yeah, I got to film.
Shoot
We're not shooting
ads.
anybody.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I shot school today.
I got to film a food truck
America.
and a truck rally, which was cool.
A monster truck rally?
No, just a regular truck rally.
Less cool, but still cool.
Yeah, it was.
You mean a Godsmack fan meeting?
It was awesome. They were really cool. You know, it was an awesome. Even in COVID times with masks and stuff, you know, people were very respectful of that, so it was still really fun.
That's surprising. Because
I was
gonna say, yeah, well,
they're usually
good.
not.
Mm.
They're a
Yeah.
bunch of fucking conservatives.
So it was really fun. Definitely getting more editing in and learning how to create more fun things, which is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Yeah, I mean, it's been like a crazy busy 48 hours. Like, I think I've only slept like 5 hours, so. But yeah, that's
Cool.
been my
the
week.
whole
Oh,
week.
No, we're good.
while we were
What?
on location filming for
What?
our friends, well, I was on location filming for my friends.
I was gonna say we weren't.
saw ghosts on a security camera feed. It was awesome.
Okay.
And-
Did you see?
It was the guy in a
Orb
white
of light.
sheet walking around with little black dots on
I
his
know.
head. Oh my god, a ghost!
Did you see orbs or did you see actual like?
So-
Full on apparitions.
So there was one apparition, but then we saw a shitload of orbs.
Like the man said.
The orbs are always questionable because
Yeah.
every time I see them on Ghost Hunter communities, like Ghost Hunter Reddits and stuff like that, I'm just like, that's just a fucking
But like
firefly.
on the
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
show me like orbs or
Like-
Or dust.
So
Yes, I was gonna
the
say or
reason
dust
it
too.
looks
like
so
like the
weird.
man
Hold
said,
on.
picture didn't happen.
Okay,
So-
no,
The reason it looks so weird is because they have like desks set up, right? There's like 3 on each side. And you can see, and it has a trail of light, but you can see this orb just like go in a giant circle.
Trails is usually a good sign.
Yeah.
And then out of one of the desks, an orb shoots like to the left, and right after that, an orb shoots to the right and gets super bright.
I always wonder about orbs. That's cool. I always wonder about
So-
orbs. Like what is it representative of? As far
It depends. Typically, it's assumed it's the energy. It's like residual energy.
Yeah.
As, like,
It's like really low form.
like a condensed version of yourself.
Basically,
Kind of.
or part of you.
Yeah.
It really depends. There's a lot of theories. which
The
obviously
21
goes into
grams.
So that was really cool.
That was cool.
I was really excited. So I think we're gonna do like a ghost hunting episode to do it. I'm really excited for that because I'm really.
But you're not gonna have Post Malone fight with you like Ethan did.
Like the fucking Dybbuk.
the IRL phasmophobia.
And then what else did I do? I know I did something.
Preferably
else.
without the deaths.
Now you're gonna have to talk louder because I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to think of what else I did. It's been a long week. Yeah, I think that's about it for my week. How was your week?
My name is Zach Bagans. I never believed in ghosts until I came face to face with one.
It's me, your boy.
It's
Zach-
me, your boy.
I like how Zach
Demons, it's me,
Bagans
your
like progressively became douchier
Yeah.
because he didn't become like tribal cat harder, he became a hipster, which is worse.
You know, it's like he's like super disrespectful the whole time. Like you're not supposed to be like that to ghosts.
Well, he's not as bad as the stupid ass
to
horror movie guys.
Yeah.
The idiot from Chainsaw Massacre and a bunch of other old
Yeah.
people that just go in there and literally harass the ghosts.
Yeah,
No,
like
just,
for
just
yelling.
saying, with the
Like,
right
you're the actual
protections in
worst.
place, you can do whatever you want to ghosts.
They're that's the
I'm
worst
just
kind of
saying,
people.
like
so.
you should always be respectful of ghosts.
I always
I am.
carried salt and graveyard dirt.
I always just say hi to ghosts and say, "Hey, I'm here. I respect you. If you want to talk to me, cool."
Yeah, okay,
Very
I have,
respectful.
okay, so tacking on to the ghost, I have a problem with ghosts right now, because one of these fucking motherfuckers, blasted out the Iron Man headlight, or nightlight that you gave to me the other day when I was
really?
taking a shower. Yeah, I was taking a
The
shower,
bulb
and then it
still
just,
out?
like, no, I'm serious, it flew out of the wall socket, and I was like, really? Really, motherfuckers? Haunt me, but don't fuck with my shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I don't give a
was
shit if
happy
you're
I got
here.
you that.
Maybe
I love that thing, man.
Maybe they
I was happy you were
didn't
using
like Iron
it.
Man
Yeah, of
anymore.
course.
Maybe they wanted you to change it.
No, because
No.
there's nothing else for me to buy right now. There's nothing else at work.
No, I love
That
that
was
Iron Man thing, but
discontinued.
it's like, that's fine, just don't break my shit. I don't care if you hang out.
Hey, you know that's true. Why ghosts got to be assholes?
Exactly.
Going to the
Yeah.
afterlife and destroying everything.
Right.
I mean, we are because when we die, we go there.
Right,
and destroy
like-
everything.
It's like, right, don't let me catch your name. I'll fucking come after you.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe right now they're bored because like it's COVID times and they're
Well,
just as
jerk
bored
off
as
your
we are.
ghost stick.
And
I
everybody's
don't
home.
think ghosts care about COVID.
Everybody's
I was
home.
gonna
They're
say.
probably
saying,
ghosts
like-
because of COVID.
Ghosts
Like, what if
Right?
that's the time they walk around and do stuff? Is when people aren't home and now
Now you get
everybody's
loud,
home.
Mallory. Now
I
you
know,
get
right?
loud. when it's
Sorry.
I know,
over.
right? Look at that. What, so they're cats?
My turn is done. Let me
They're not cats.
I mean,
Cat
there
ghost?
probably is cat ghosts. I was gonna
Yeah.
say.
Happy.
Oh, I saw this really sweet story about this family had to put down their cat. Super sad. And then,
mean-
hold on, no, it's a really sweet
Okay.
story. It is. It's a sweet story.
Okay, well,
And-
go. Stop saying it's a sweet
Oh,
story. Just
fucking
say
God.
it.
Okay, so they had to put down their kitty, right? And the
Still
wife
sweet.
sees the door open one night, and she turns over and she sees what she thinks is their kitty laying on her dresser table. And she's like, "Oh, kitty!" And she gets up, goes to use the bathroom, and sees that their real kitty or their other kitty is sleeping in the bed there. And she comes back, and the other kitty's gone. And it's like, "Oh,
Wait. So
ghost kitty."
That just sounds sad.
Oh, I was gonna say. So
That's
wait,
just
is the
sad.
kitty didn't die?
No, the kitty. There was another kitty. They got another kitty after they put the other one down. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry,
fair.
yeah.
You
Okay.
should have added that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a really important detail.
Yeah.
But let me
Yeah.
just watch the end of Evangelion, and I'll know exactly what happened the whole time. Yeah, that's that guy. He's gonna figure that story out.
Anyways,
But,
what
yeah.
else did you do with your week?
As John mentioned, the fucking haircut.
Yeah.
We got
That's
some
good.
cuts and did stuff. It was nice
We did
because I fucking hate having long hair,
Do you
so
have
we
a
fucking
mullet
finally
now?
got that. Huh?
close to it.
Oh, okay. I was asking if he has a mullet now.
I did an.
I wish he did. I wanted him
Well,
to cut it.
I'm
I
gonna
thought
get
You can
No, I'm
see
doing it,
the-
yeah,
the
I
way
gotta
he was
grow a line.
describing it, I thought he was gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm doing an SSLBLT.
I have no idea what that is.
That
That's a lot of
sounds slightly offensive. So we're gonna move on.
That's
Anyway,
a lot of
it's a
letters.
wrestling
Short side, long
and
back,
wrestling
long
one.
top. Yeah.
Okay, so anyways,
Your
I
haircut
thought
looks
that
nice.
was like
Thank
single
you.
security layered bacon lettuce tomato.
yeah.
I love
See,
that
so with the letters L, B, and T in there, I got really worried that he was going somewhere else with that. So,
Oh, no.
anyways,
It's I got that from,
yeah.
I think I got that from Viva La Bam.
oh god,
I love that show.
oh god. Thank God Ryan didn't
Here.
die. Anyways,
No.
wrestling.
Damn.
He's a piece of shit.
I mean,
He's a piece of
he
shit.
fucked
How did he
himself.
die? How did he
yeah,
die?
no, I saw the.
How did he die?
Like this.
Yeah, exactly. So fuck him.
No, I
No,
saw,
but I
dude. If you see
I
the
would
picture,
piss on his grave if I could. I would shit on it too,
Oh, I
and then
feel
bury
bad.
it in there.
I feel bad because Bam got like
Bum?
super.
Bum Margera.
Bam got super sad.
We're
Like
mixing
he
everything's
spiraled.
name together now.
It is. It's almost one. Just saying.
I know.
I don't know. I really
I am going
because
for
Bam's a
13
shitty person.
hours.
Bam's a shitty person.
He's kind of shitty. yeah. He's-
Steve-O is not great. He's not the
he's
worst of all
better.
of them.
Yeah.
Johnny Knoxville's a douchebag. Ryan Dunn's an idiot. That's why he's dead. And so, like, I don't know. Like, that whole group
None of the
people are
Jackass
fucking
crew
idiots.
is like super
Yeah.
great.
None of them are good people. That's why I hate them all. But anyways, and Bam's just shitty. He made him popular. What biggest sin did you fucking commit?
You gave Billy Vallow a career. How
Speaking
dare
of
you?
speaking of shitty, of course, wrestling's
Okay.
still bad. Fucking the draft is done, and see, normally the WWE draft is awesome because big stars move from Raw to SmackDown, and they trade like John Cena for whoever and this and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one, like 70% of the trades is just jobber people that no one cared about.
Oh.
Here's that stupid bitch with the light up shoes that hasn't wrestled in 8 months.
Who?
She got traded to
Naomi?
whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's Naomi. She got traded to Raw. She hasn't wrestled in over 8 months since before COVID. She already got
Yeah.
taken off TV. Okay? Who cares? What is she going to do on Raw now? Not wrestle some more?
Right, like-
It's weird. And then there would just be people no one cares about. There's this stupid racist joke Japanese man with his like team of ninjas, and he got traded.
That's not even.
Guess what? He doesn't fucking do anything either. He never wrestled. Well, he wrestled once and it was really bad and racist.
Yeah.
But anyways, and so like, what's he gonna do? Be a fucking meme on another show? Like, it's just weird. It's nothing where you're like The Rock for Booker T, John Cena for fucking Stone Cold, anything like that. It was just shit.
love to see those
AEW's
4
anniversary show was shit. It was just bad also, unfortunately. My favorite female wrestler, Hikaru Shida, did something funny. Her and the other Big Swole, who's a really shitty wrestler, were supposed to do that kick up thing where they're like, they got knocked down and then they fucking use their leg strength to throw
the
themselves
trampoline
up.
thing, yeah.
And fucking Hikaru Shida just straight up fucked it up and just like fell to their side and just got up normally. And I was just like, that
At
sucks.
least you tried.
Yeah, I was like, that sucks. Because they were supposed to both do it at the same time, but instead Big Swole did it and then she just...
We're so
And then she had to get up
Nope,
nope.
nope.
Yeah, and it was one of those things where she wasn't even close. Like, it's not like she popped up and fell back. She, like, 1/4 popped up and then fucking fell back already.
Magikarp, you splash.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So I felt bad. I had to rewind it to be like, did I just fucking see that? And I did, unfortunately. I showed Josh, of course, the several production issues with AEW. There's a lot of improvement that needs to be there. They may be the best wrestling show on TV, but unlike a lot of these defenders we know, if you really like something, you're going to point out when it's flawed. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Like, you want it to improve. And there's just straight up stuff where they think they're on a commercial, so they're just talking and shit like that, and stuff like that. Just really bad stuff like that. And the worst thing with wrestling is that you get that double layer where you're supposed to sell it. So then you have these guys who are supposed to be selling it, and then they're not. And then they're literally using lore-breaking terminology and all this shit and talking to each other just like normally because, whatever.
They're just cashing in.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one of those things where that's a bit of a shame. But they could improve a lot of stuff like that. Like today, there was a really weird part where they cut the audio out too early. So they were going to go to commercial, but there was like 3 minutes of footage before they go to commercial with zero audio, and everyone's just walking and there's no sound, and it was like... And I'm just like, why are they still showing this? He's supposed to obviously not be there. Like, cut the commercial early or some shit. Like...
You have the power to do
Yeah,
that.
they cut the audio, but not the fucking visual. So it's like, okay, that was really fucking weird. And then they just have booking issues too. Just booking people no one gives a fuck. Like for Jericho's big 30-year celebration, they booked him with some fucking 60-year-old jobber that he knew in Japan. Like some white guy, literally some old white guy with a fucking weird painted-on eye on his head. It looks so stupid. And that was his big thing. And not to mention, he fucking like jobs to the guy half the time. And then, he wins in the end, but, like, he looked like he was going to lose. I was just like, this is not a big 30 years of Jericho celebration.
Put him
So,
against the edge.
that
That
was
would
weird.
have been fun.
I mean, I feel like it lines up with when he won the championship, though, where he just had to, like, go by himself to go eat Domino's.
I mean, pretty much.
Like,
I wish Domino's was open at midnight. Or no, they are open at midnight.
Yeah.
Open at, like, 1 or whatever what time he said it was. But anyways. But yeah.
yeah.
So it's just one of those things where there's just a lot of things that can improve, and I'm just getting tired of some of this booking where it's just like, some guy I really like fighting. Oh, Orange Cassidy versus Cody Rhodes. That was, guess what, not a great match. Because here's the thing.
gonna
So
buy an Orange
even if
Cassidy
I'm going to
t-shirt.
be,
Don't.
even if I'm going to
Eventually.
be
Don't do it.
light on Orange Cassidy and say, well, there's no other wrestler really like him in the industry, right? Well, you know what? There's not a chocolate-covered shit at fucking Fuddruckers for a reason. You know what I'm saying? But anyways,
Speak for
but
Don't speak so
with
soon.
Orange Cassidy though, here's the thing. Even if I give him credit for being different, and let's just say he gets to be a fucking wrestler
Yeah.
because he's different, whatever. It's gotten old already. In like the last year, the fact that Josh already knew his whole fucking routine, which he did again, where Cody Rhodes was ready. He just fucking puts on his armband, all lazy.
Oh, so he just
Fucking
does it again.
He just did it. He does that every fucking match, and it's just like, okay, guess what? He started off. He puts his hand in his pockets,
Gets beat for
and then he
5
started
minutes.
doing the
my
kicks. He started doing the weak kicks, and Cody Rhodes fucking slapped him. Like it's the same fucking thing every single time.
Oh man.
And yes, of course, he starts to get to that point where he starts going Super Saiyan, so he starts amping it up or whatever, and he comes back or whatever. But I've seen that already 3,000 times.
Yeah.
The cool thing about some of these wrestlers is just the fact that you see some shit that's just crazy. Like, it was either, I want to say it was like between 2016 and 2018, John Cena did like a fucking Canadian Destroyer, which he's never done before. It's when he fucking
No shit.
flipped them upside down into a tombstone pile driver. And he did that to AJ Styles. Probably because John Cena probably doesn't fight someone small enough for him to do that to. But
never
like,
liked
because that
AJ
takes a lot of
Styles.
strength to fucking flip someone like that. Because
I
he
kinda
straight
like
up
that.
picks him up, flips him, and then tombstones him. But anyways, and to see John Cena do that literally 20 years into his career, That was crazy. Because by then, it's understandable that 20 years later, you're kind of used all your moves. So if John Cena can do that 20 years later, I just don't see why Orange Cassidy, I don't know how long he's been wrestling, period. But who's been in AEW for over a year now, I've seen all his tricks already. Yeah. It shouldn't be 1 year and I know your fucking routine already. Yeah. Like, change it up. Maybe you do the pockets thing every once in a while. Maybe, I like how Jim Cornette calls him My Dog Pockets. I always laugh whenever he like, sees him now, and I'm just like, God damn it. But
I'm gonna buy you one of these.
Freshly squeezed, yeah. So when they introduce him, here's what they do. Yeah, that's all his shitty merch.
Hold on.
I should have bought that. I should have bought that at the mall the other day.
Oh yeah,
dude. There's an Orange Cassidy shirt.
Yeah, there is because AEW used Hot Topic fodder. But yeah, it's one of those things where when he
Macklemore.
Yeah, that's the joke I always make. Yeah, well, not to you, but to Josh. I always tell him he looks like a fucking
there you go.
But anyways, it's one of those things where like, yeah, it's just too much. Like when they introduce him, they just go from wherever, weighing whatever, and I'm just like, that's not that funny anymore. It's not. You've been literally saying that for over a year. It's not funny. Jokes. It's like, getting you jokes. Like I get that's supposed to be his weird weight thing, but again, there's another group on there, Private Party. It's at least kind of funny the way they do theirs. Like, again, they're not as shitty as the Street Profits, but it's one of those things where they go, like with them, they go weighing in at whatever, like however many ounces of vodka. I'm like, and I'm just like, because they're fucking partiers. Like, it's like, whatever. But Orange Cassidy, why are you orange anyways? He never really explained why he's related to oranges.
Wait, is he a ginger?
No, he's just blonde.
He's blonde, yeah, he's not a ginger.
Oh, well, then I don't...
Maybe his favorite
That's
color
like the
orange?
best pull that you could have got.
He doesn't even wear orange.
That's the thing, he doesn't wear orange. He only wears white and denim. He has a denim jacket and white clothes. And then that's it. And then he's lazy.
Does he have
that's the thing. Okay, so you're lazy, right? So you're lazy. So what does lazy, though, have to do with oranges, too? That's the connection I tried to put. He's supposed to be the laziest wrestler ever. That's his gimmick.
It's hard to grow. I try to grow in one tree once. It's hard.
It's not because it's lazy, though. It's working very hard.
That's what I'm saying.
It's working very hard.
Nothing about oranges
Maybe
seems lazy.
he's from Orange County.
Maybe.
Hold on, I'm gonna look up his name and figure out.
Yeah, you do that. You do that.
Ugh, Florida.
But yeah,
I just see like dollar store Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one too. Yeah, I always saw Macklemore, but when he went in the Ryan Gosling thing,
not
that's very
even
good
discount
too.
Bargain bin.
Yeah, no, just
great value.
Yeah,
great value. Frozen Ryan
Dollar
Gosling.
Tree Ryan Gosling.
And then he just has like shitty sunglasses.
Oh yeah, which they always take. Or
he just stands there and just like.
Yeah, he just stares, into oblivion. And sometimes
wearing those while he's wearing the shirt.
And sometimes,
it looks like some shit you would see at PacSun.
Yeah, and sometimes when he thinks it's really funny, he'll put the shades on like the jaw. But if he's fighting some guy he knows he's gonna beat real easily, he'll like put it on him and stuff like that.
Whoa,
it's just all meh. And again, I just don't get what these millennial and Zoomer fans find so appealing about him. Like, if someone could be like, well, it's a generational thing. You don't get the intricacies behind it. No, there's not. It's just he's shit.
I don't know, man.
And I'm gonna say he's cool because. Hey, weird, quirky. The only thing he's missing is a cat, and he would be the ultimate millennial savior.
Wait, dude, maybe that's what it is. I literally I got lost in a thread on Twitter today about, like, these weird, quirky things, like, wow, Sasha's so crazy, and she just has, like, a book on her head, and it's like, I get it, you're being ironic
like white girls on TikTok
yes.
being like, I'm so goofy because I put some ketchup, fell on me, so I put another ketchup here. Oh my god, I'm crazy random.
Holy shit, I'm so...
It's the rabbit with the pancake on its head all over again.
Except at this point, that seems so much cooler. The dancing baby seems cooler than fucking any of this shit.
Is that an Ally McBeal reference?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're old.
I was gonna say.
What about the dancing... What was it? The dancing baby monkey or whatever?
That just tried to cash in on my baby. That baby was so weird seeing people actually have that screensaver. All because of fucking Ally McBeal.
I didn't like it. That unsettled me.
It was really weird looking.
Yeah. Because
it looked like a real baby. That's the thing. It's not a cute... Our cartoon baby. It was a 3D render.
Yes, there's only ever been one.
That's what the dancing baby is. Yeah.
Hold on, my grandma bought one that you press a button and it starts dancing.
Okay, I don't like that.
Like a fish.
It was like
like the talking fish.
Kind of, but it was the baby dancing and it was like this weird rubber.
No,
I hated it my whole life.
No, there's like the weird thing is one day it walked from the platform and we never saw it again. That's the weirdest thing.
Fucking Furbies, man, those are evil.
Furbies are pretty crazy. I can't believe they still make Furbies.
They do?
Yeah. They're like hella advanced now too.
I'm not a conspiracy person, but I've always been a proponent of the fact that Furbies are watching. I don't know what they're watching for.
That's going to come later in the storyline. If you think they're watching, wait till you meet a company called Sony Entertainment. Alright, so that's going to be in the headlines later. Before we get to that, Mr. Josh, where can everybody find you on the internets?
Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, at Joshiro Joestar, YouTube, Shiro Play 5.
Mr. John?
Everywhere at Gyarados Ekis.
There you go, Mr. Mallory.
You can find me at Instagram. It's awesome_Mally.
All right. You can find my place at all the places at ZD. Stop looking at Orange Cassidy. Get the fuck off of that
No,
page.
you're just giving him more.
Yeah, you're giving him attention.
She can't help it. She
I was
loves
just trying to
it.
figure out why he's orange. Apparently, all it says is that he's a giant middle
He's
finger.
See, if he was
not
actually orange, that would be even
Holy
better.
shit! If he was coming out with that the
Trump
Triscuit
tan?
guy,
Oh.
what was his name? George. Fuck, the guy who used to sell Triscuits.
Oh, I just think of Trump when I think of orange.
Okay, that's some boomer shit, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That
gonna
was
look
very
up
boomer
now.
of you.
Yeah.
Because I don't even think our audience knows what Triscuits are. Actually, they're older audience, so they probably do know what Triscuits are. But anyways, Triscuits are good. I like Triscuits, a little bit of sour cream.
Yeah, they're alright.
But anyways, at ZD Rocker at all the places, SlimAsianEntertainment.com, and DisconnectedCast. Are you going to interrupt Cast, John? Or are you just going to keep fucking interrupting everybody while they're talking?
Sorry.
You were yelling over Mallory earlier. And then,
Right?
but anyways, DisconnectedCast.com. Alright, so,
I'm gonna your face.
John, if you're looking up Orange Cassidy 2 now, I'm going to break
No,
both of
I'm
your
not.
phones right now.
I'm
He's
looking at the
looking
Triscuit
at Triscuits.
spokesman.
Oh, God.
Okay.
What the hell is it? George something? I know it
Why do you
is.
give a
George
fuck what...
Soros.
No, I laughed because I was typing in Triscuits and the first thing that came up was Triscuits make me poop.
They do, they're fiber.
Yeah.
I know, but it's funny.
Yeah.
It made me laugh.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, anyways.
Where are we going from there?
Josh, this is some news that'll probably intrigue you.
Intrigue
Everywhere, I was joking, not everywhere, only in very limited countries,
Mm.
the Middle East, some places in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand
Oh.
are getting a physical release of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered.
Aww.
Now, thankfully, it's only it's region free, so you could buy it if you want to off Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
.co.uk and have it sent here or whatever. But it's one of those things where why the fuck not here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why does America hate Final Fantasy VIII? We'll never know.
Asshole.
Because we know a lot of people that do hate Final Fantasy VIII, unfortunately. And it's
Yeah.
like, why do you hate it? And we've never heard a good explanation. No one ever goes, well, you know, the character design of blah, blah, blah. Or there's just like, I hate the junction system. It's like, so you're stupid?
It's either
Is
that
that
or
the
they're
one
like,
with the-
time compression makes no sense, even though...
It's like, guess
it
what?
kind
This
of
fantasy
explains
game doesn't make sense.
Is that the one with Squall, or is that 9?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's Squall.
Okay.
But yeah,
Blades.
so yeah, 1999 euros. So you can, you know, I'm thinking about snagging it. Now, unfortunately, it's nothing fancy. It's just
Yeah.
a blue
Yeah.
PlayStation case with a disc and probably no paper inside.
I mean,
it.
You know, it's whatever. It's a typical
So-
game. But for Final Fantasy VIII,
Yeah, I would.
8 times dip at this point. So it's like I have the regular one, the greatest hits one on PS1, both of those. That regular one I'm so tempted to sell because that shit goes for like $200 because I have it
Yeah.
fucking mint. So it's like, yeah, no one cares about the greatest hits one. I didn't go buy that piece of shit. But
Yeah,
miss those
sadly,
black
sadly I
discs.
have the greatest hits.
yeah, I have it on PC, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. And then I
Well,
also
I have it on
on
PC twice because remastered and the
Remastered.
original.
Oh
and
right, I don't have the original one on
Yeah.
the PC one because I heard that port wasn't too great,
And
so I
then
never
I have
ended up buying it.
remastered
The
on
remastered, yeah.
PS4 as well.
Nice. So yeah, exactly. So, but we would buy the physical one still, even if we both owned it on PS4 already, because it's awesome. But yeah, so again, but unfortunately, it's in very limited places, so we'll probably get that copy.
It's so weird.
But it's just going to be a little bit tougher. Something I forgot to mention last episode, I meant to do this section first, don't know how Final Fantasy VIII jumped, because it's important, that's why. Final Fantasy VIII's awesome. If you haven't played it, you really should. I really do feel like people really are missing out on a good, fun game with some cool characters. The story gets a little weird, but so do all the Final Fantasy games.
I mean,
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing I don't like about time compression not making sense. Do you know how many shits in Final Fantasy VII doesn't make any sense? And that's everyone's fucking favorite one for some reason. So, you know, whatever. But anyways, last episode, I forgot a story. It was at the end, and I just, like, ended the episode for some fucking reason. I think my notes just, like, were fucked for whatever reason. But there's a, well, not called that anymore, a TikToker / streamer called Poke Princess. So, there was controversy around Nintendo going after her, being like, Nintendo goes after everyone, they're such dicks, and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. First of all, I do feel like if you kind of like are doing a name thing like that, a company does have the right to pursue you. But the reason they did take action is because her merch straight up had like Mew on it, or her merch had a fucking Pokeball on it. So to all these people that were defending her, I'm like, did you like look at the news, the story, the reason? Like you know. So to inform those of you who probably got mad about that and were calling Nintendo corporate shills, they are corporate shills. That's why they do it.
Yeah.
But you cannot have a licensed product. It wasn't even like a parody Mew. It was just a straight up Mew.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a looks like a Pokeball, but it's square or whatever, and
Yeah.
then the thing's off centered. No, it was just a Pokeball. So call yourself Poke Princess. If it was only her name and Nintendo went after her, I'd be like, that's probably
that's
pushing
a
it
bit
a
much,
bit.
but yeah.
I hope they make her rip the tattoos off of her skin because she has like Nintendo tattoos and stuff like that.
Hey,
I hope
man.
they make her do that.
No,
Just gets
Um,
flayed.
I love
That would be
my-
fucking funny.
I love my
But anyways.
hunter.
But yeah, no, she had 1.9 million followers. We'll see how that continues. They did change her. She changed her name to some other thing. She spells it really edgy too. She spells it with Poke Print, but then instead of E in the princess, it's an X.
Oh.
And 2 S's.
God, I hate that.
I know, I hate that too. It's just edgy. I mean, if you saw her, she looks like a hot... She has like the bangs and fucking tattoos and shit like that. She looks like a Hot Topic clone.
Really?
But anyways, but yeah, so they gave her the old chorizo with the cease and desist, and then they said, well, obviously because she's using actual fucking merchandise. She's selling merchandise with licensed Nintendo shit on it. Maybe we're gonna fucking sue her. So yeah, I don't know. She wasn't really like mad at Nintendo. She was like, oh man, that's kind of her attitude about it. But I mean, oh man, that's what happens.
I mean, no shit.
Maybe you don't fucking do that.
You copyright infringe.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like the Borderlands fan who got fucked in the ass because they sent the goons when fucking
could have been a lot
Randy
worse.
Pitchford, thought that they stole footage, even though he just filmed that footage in a public event. So
oh shit, wizard.
Yeah, I know, no kidding. John sent me this story, and I looked more into it. I found it very interesting. Microsoft recently acquired GameStop as a property.
Oh,
now,
bloody hell, that was forever ago. Yeah,
yeah. Well, it was like a week ago, but you would wonder, which felt like forever ago.
Yeah.
You would wonder like why the fuck would Microsoft buy this sinking ship? It seems to be working already because GameStop stock has gone up like 300% already since Microsoft did the acquisition.
I wish
because Microsoft is one of the most stable stock companies on the market, and because of that. If the stock shareholders are basically like, well, we trust Microsoft at this point because their shit keeps growing.
Yeah.
So if they're going to buy GameStop, there must be a reason. Let's invest in GameStop while it's low and build up. I got so scared. I thought my mic turned off when I moved up. What's up?
I love the way I like why they did it.
Okay, can I explain? Because that was part of the. That's what I was going to get to.
There.
Hey, that thing you're about to say, could you say it? And I'm like, yeah, no shit, I'm fucking talking already.
Information already?
Oh, anyways, that was the story. No, anyways, so it really seems to be a very interesting market strategy. Not just, again, have they already flipped fucking GameStop stock going up already, which no one thought was going to be a thing because GameStop was already about to die. But some of their marketing strategy is they're going to have stuff like game advisors using Surface Pros, having all their OSs using Windows, everything like that. So you have that Microsoft branding in people's heads. People don't realize, but when you do use a tablet in front of someone that's not a fucking piece of shit iPad, people are usually pretty interested in what the fuck is that? It's not an iPad.
Yeah.
And it's already been proven that a lot of people do. That's why Lowe's uses Surface Pros, etc., etc. A lot of professional companies don't use iPads because
really
shit. They use Surface Pros. And because of that, they see that as a nice, interesting way where they can bankroll GameStop while also getting something out of it. So you got that Microsoft branding within GameStop as well.
Yeah, dude, they didn't save a sinking ship. They gave them a whole new boat.
Exactly. Correct. And that's kind of what Xbox is hoping on. I don't think they really think that physical games are really saved or going anywhere, but they just see it as another billboard, essentially. So we'll kind of see. I'm sure they're going to continue to close locations, but they are going to keep it afloat enough to not just completely shut down. So,
do you think they're going to try and foment GameStop's push to try and combat Amazon for the online gaming?
Maybe, because Amazon's not doing very good, so I'm about to also talk about how bad Amazon's doing.
Jeez.
So, Amazon's not doing good there, so they don't have anything to combat, really, at this point. But yes, they could go that route.
Do you think they're gonna turn them into slightly slight Microsoft stores?
They could. They could make them, and they'll remove all that trash Funko Pops and put Microsoft shit instead. They could.
Whatever I got with John Silverhand Pops.
Because now if you had like a 3/4 wall stuff of like Microsoft computers, then the Xbox wall, and then now you only have like a PlayStation wall and a Nintendo wall, you've already now have 2/4 of fucking...
Because GameStop is already trying to be like what ThinkGeek was.
Before Microsoft bought them, so now we don't know what their actual strategy plan is because that person's not in charge anymore. What's up?
Thinking about it, this is kind of what GameStop's been pushing for like forever. Because remember when they acquired Cricket and they tried to do all that?
Right, but now they actually have a partner that's viable.
I know.
So that's going to be really interesting to see if it goes anywhere. And to show that Microsoft really is committed into funneling money into GameStop, they've already announced, they didn't say exactly how much, but a percentage of digital games on Xbox sales are going to GameStop. It's going to count towards GameStop sales.
What the fuck?
So it's kind of interesting now because now GameStop's getting into the digital market. So with that being the case, it'll be very interesting to see what the move is there. Because other than using that as an excuse to give them more money, we'll see. But it is a Microsoft property. So
I love Microsoft, but I really hate eating crow. I was so ready to watch GameStop just
I was
crash
ready.
and burn.
I was ready too.
I was so ready.
And GameStop did.
Yeah, they fucking...
Microsoft GameStop, we'll see where that goes. Actual GameStop did. As far as I'm concerned, actual GameStop did.
Please call it Microstop.
I don't know about that, but Hopefully they do, rebrand it maybe. Because, I mean, they already did it when EB Games bought... It's kind of weird how that happened. When EB Games bought GameStop, they kept the GameStop name for some fucking reason, except overseas.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Everywhere except
I always like
America.
EB Games better. To me, that would have been a more appealing
It was a better store.
brand pull. Yeah. But anyways, and then finally, news from last week. Mario Kart Live is $99. So you guessed a little high, you guessed a little low, but, and medium. $99 not bad. I did see an article that triggered me a bit because I'm just like, no shit. It was just like, yeah, Mario Kart Live's pretty fun. That's limited function though. It's like, you mean it's the game? That'd be like me being like, yeah, no, because that was their explanation.
What do you mean?
It was basically outside of using a physical car in the Switch game, that's all you can really do. I'm like, outside of playing Skyrim, that's all you can really do. So every fucking game is going to be... outside of playing Bloodborne, that's all you can really do. I would give Bloodborne a 10 out of 10.
Never wanted to do something
but when I'm playing Bloodborne, that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
I gotta play Sims in Bloodborne.
I wish I could catch Pokemon in Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. Sony recently got fucked in the ass when they were caught secretly recording gamers.
Yes.
So what they claim... Allegedly, because that's an interesting thing to tell people afterwards. So there was no explanation in the TOS and update notes. There was no telling you that they're going to start stealing your fucking conversations and sound in your room and everything when you're jacking off while playing a game.
Weird.
It's recording that. So what they claim now is just like, it's because we're working on some experimental tech for PS5 that's going to record spammers.
Yeah.
And then you can be like, they called me the F word, and now I can send that to them. I'm like, Sony, why the fuck did you say that before you started harnessing people's information?
Illegally wiretapping.
Maybe why didn't you say that in the fucking notes? Why was there no EULA acceptance, which is fucking legally required in at least the US anyways, to have a EULA statement when you're fucking being like, we're taking your information, blah blah blah. There was none of that. It was all just straight up updated, fucked up your parties, first of all, and then now started just secretly recording you.
I'm so glad I don't play on Sony.
At this point, 1984 is happening on the fucking Sony platform.
I can't stand that.
We've been in...
But, I don't know, to me, the fact that they didn't say anything, and then they just make this surprise bullshit announcement about surprise tech, it's like, anyone could have said that. I could be like, sorry girl, I left this camera in your house. Just in case you got robbed. I'm sorry, my bad.
I was just checking.
It's been there for 20 weeks, but I forgot to tell you.
Why is it? But why is it only in the bathroom?
That's where you're most vulnerable.
I'm the CEO of Sony.
You ever seen Psycho?
Oh, and another thing that people were reporting, other than the Epic Party update during the thing, people were also reporting their friends list just being fucked and empty.
Really?
So, good job, Sony, fucking ramping up the tech.
God.
Next gen.
Dude, so great.
Secretly recording you, deleting your friends list,
Watch,
and then
somebody is going to defend Sony.
Also making bad versions of parties.
I'm gonna go make a TikTok of me burning my Sony merch. No, I'm not. I'm still Sony loyal.
Oh no, I don't give a fuck about that. The fact that you be on TikTok, I don't give a shit.
Right,
the only reason I ever downloaded TikTok.
I don't want to hear about it anymore. That's that. You said you downloaded TikTok. That's all I need to do.
He's like, fuck getting my information to Japan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give it to China.
Yeah, give it to China instead. Not to mention TikTok hates black people, so if you're supporting that, you hate black people.
I don't have it
so
I did it for the baby.
Speaking of pseudo black people supporters, Joe Biden's Animal Crossing Island is live, and you can go there and hang out with him and do all sorts of cool stuff. I'm sure it's totally him. Yeah, so it has ice cream and dogs and little train.
Does he turn blizzards upside down?
Yeah. Okay.
He probably lies on
there. Does he smell people on his?
He talks about roaches and little kids playing with his leg hairs. Yeah. That's really weird that that's an actual clip.
That's a thing.
He has said some fucking weird stuff.
That's so nice.
He seems like he's 3/4 checked out of life already in his brain.
I feel there's just so much not with these candidate choices.
I don't like either of them.
Mm-hmm.
But something interesting that's happening, and I hope it is good enough because again, the full game was there. It's not a content lacking thing. Outer Worlds is finally getting a graphical update since launch, which I've been hoping for because that is the weakest part about it. Is that so? Hopefully, this doesn't accidentally fuck something else up or whatever like that. But if Outer Worlds can even look half decent than it does on this barren, textureless world on Switch, on at least handheld, I haven't played it on docked yet. But if it does, I'm pretty excited then because I would like to get back into Outer Worlds, but I can't be fucked if I were the PS4 and then or the Xbox.
Well, they're gonna
and then on top of that, I wanted to look. Yeah, it's true. And then also, if it even looks like a little bit better. Because when you play it, you're still kind of like, this is still pretty impressive for Switch, but when you see how good some stuff looks like Alien Isolation and some other better ports, it's like, this looks like trash.
Not gonna lie, I got some...
Because it looks like the textures aren't loading in, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And the loading time in Outer Worlds is ridiculous.
Yeah. And on Switch, it's about the same. Load time-wise, it's not any really longer on Switch than PS4. It's just
why?
Because the world's so
transitioning. I know, but...
Yeah, wait till you play Cyber. You're going to cry about load times in Outer Worlds. Wait till you play fucking Cyberpunk when load times are going to be twice as long. Did you ever play GTA 5? That was fucking load times were fucking... I think the average load time is like 5 minutes if you don't accidentally go to online and then have to switch back again.
Going on, like, loading into the game was pretty long. Like, maybe minutes. Like 5, 6... Yeah, like that. But, like, going transition, it wasn't too bad. It was pretty bad. Yeah.
I don't have any transition issues transferring, going and fucking... Is that what happens on PlayStation? It just fucking takes forever to load.
Yes, it does.
That's weird. On Xbox One, it doesn't. It's actually super fast.
It's not the same at all.
I don't know. That's
Plus,
weird.
Xbox One doesn't listen to your conversations.
A cool thing, though, is hopefully with the Switch port, not just are they going to fix it, but they're also going to do a sale. They haven't said the percentage yet, but they are going to put the game on sale to kind of hopefully get more people to buy it, should it look good enough. So I'll give an update on that when they do update it, because I already fucking own it, so it's whatever, and I'll let you know. Because if it looked good on Switch, it's just impressive that they fit that game on there. Because Witcher looks fine. Yeah. I just hate all these fucking stupid... I remember this one bot that I know, fucking... He was just straight up when I posted like, oh, you know, Witcher, I got Witcher on Switch or whatever, and it's just like, it doesn't look as good as on PS4.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
shut up.
It also has 1/12 of the tech of PS4, so shut the hell up. Like, I even told him, I said, my point is, for a Switch game, it looks fantastic. The fact that they still have rain, weather elements, everything like that, and the whole game with all 3 expansions.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
not,
like,
it looks as good as PS4.
I can't get it like the console one.
Yeah, I don't know, it's fucking weird. With Microsoft continuing to buy studios, one of the studios that they purchased a few years ago, Double Fine, is going to be adding 3 remasters to Game Pass this month.
Which ones?
They're going to be adding Tentacle, Day of the Tentacle, which is a great game, Full Throttle, classic, and Grim Fandango, which is amazing also. So those 3
I was waiting for
are
that
going to
one.
Game Pass. Once again, if you already have the service, Microsoft's just giving you some more fucking games that you don't own already, or if you do, you can play again. So it's really cool. Again, I really like the fact that they're doing... I'm confident in them buying studios because they just seem to buy them, but then let them be, and I think that's just a very smart way. I hope they continue to do that with, any of the companies that they do absorb, including Bethesda. Like I said, at most, if they do like a year exclusive for the next Elder Scrolls or something like that, can't blame them. It's just business. But I think all these people that are scared that Microsoft's just going to fucking banhammer Sony from having anything, that's not smart business. Sony would do something like that, like they're fucking holding Spider-Man, but... Microsoft wouldn't do that because they're smart and like to make money. So they'd just be like, well, if we have it on Sony also,
who's
going to make more money. It's why they started doing fucking Halo and Gears on fucking PC, because they're like, more fucking money. It doesn't fucking matter.
Microsoft is like that dude that like
so they're very
super chill with everyone, and Sony's like that dude that says he's super chill, but still says
but he's really uptight. Yeah. That's a very good way to put it. It just seems to be that. And even when they come out for press conferences, it's the same way. Sony guy comes out with some tight, skinny jeans and fucking Converse and fucking like fucking t-shirt that references like Doge or something, and he's like, "What's up, guys?" But then he gives like some bullshit spiel, and then you have fucking fucking Phil Spencer come out in a fucking suit and tie, and he's like, "Fuck." That's what I said. Fuck. Anyway, so Bethesda's releasing a and like they'll actually be silly or fucking just cuss and whatever, while Sony's just like, keep it clean. Hi guys, I represent Sony. We haven't exactly. That's how I do at every fucking Sony thing where they apparently kill it on social media, but they kill me when I fucking get bored of everything I'm seeing. But yeah. Anyways, October 29th is when you're going to be getting those games. I'm really glad Microsoft's the giant that's buying all these studios and not fucking Sony. I feel like Sony would go we're gonna fucking keep everything exclusive route. Because we're so scared of all the other fucking platforms for some fucking reason. We're the most successful one, but we're scared of everybody. Right. I don't get that fucking mentality. Like, crossplay and all those excuses they made. When they said they didn't have the code to do it, even though fucking Lab Zero had given them the code years ago. And they were just like, we did the homework and structure work for you. What do you mean you didn't have it's here. Yeah, here's proof of us giving it to you.
Sony's cool guy. They don't need to do homework.
Yeah.
It's like that possum meme. Not that I hate their games, but they're like, stay away from my garbage.
Sony's PS5 is freshly squeezed. Orange Cassidy of consoles. But anyways, Fallout 76's next update's coming out. They're working on it, guys. They promise it's coming out soon.
Okay, can Microsoft just put a shot collar on Todd every time he lies?
They should. They should.
Like, come on.
I would love to see them thrown into a pit. Todd Howard, Harada, who else are huge liars?
Peter
throw all of them.
Peter Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux. Throw all of them into a pit together and fucking fight to the death of lie to the death of fucking everything.
Just Todd, how tall are you? 6'11"?
Fuck. Anyways, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot's getting an interesting mode as DLC, 1 versus 100 mode. Basically, it is going to be a very tough mode where you are going to need all your gained powers and stuff like that you upgraded Goku with during the game to beat everything. So it is going to be quite a bit of a challenge.
Cool.
But I still find that to be why?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's just like...
At least it's not
from what I understand, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot wasn't even that good of a game, unfortunately. I wanted it to be, but...
I think I only knew one person that was excited with it.
Jay? Jay was really hyped about it.
I wasn't going to say any names, but... Okay.
I am. I'm calling people out for liking those games.
At least it's not another Kakarot for DBZ Fighters.
Oh, right, true. Yeah. How many more of those do we fucking need? DBE Fighters is such a great game.
It's fun.
It's a great game. But the roster could be so much stronger because they just keep putting either picks that no one gives a fuck about or fucking just a bunch of Goku.
Dude, give me Pikkon. Just saying. I like Pikkon. He's a cool character.
I mean, I don't hate Pikkon. I think there's a lot of other characters I'd want in there before Pikkon. But, Launch, for example. But, whatever.
Yes.
And she would be cool, too, because she could go between her cells. She could maybe have 2 different modes or whatever and use her
her blonde one is like Super Luigi from Smash, and then...
Something like that. Yeah, some sort of moveset change or whatever. But anyways, I was going to talk about a game that Mallory was interested in. News that Mallory was interested in, but, she's not here, so I'm just filibustering until...
I'm going to dig into my back unless she's...
Yeah, go for it.
Anybody want some writing, Josh?
Cosmic Brownies are good, but not right now.
Yeah.
I haven't in a while today. Fucking tweaking and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's been a day. How was your week, guys?
You were really craning in this too the other day, so I don't blame you.
So ever since I'll be 100% a month on Wednesday, right? Mm-hmm. And ever since then, it's like sugar's been my replacement. Mm-hmm. But it's weird. I haven't been gaining. Like I said, man, I'm under 250 in the first time forever, and it's crazy. But I've been working out and running, and actually trying to stay fit and dieting, and so. But yeah, this is my special treat.
There you go. That's always good to treat yourself.
Oh yeah.
So. With Amazon Studios, and wondering how that's going. So, they had 3 games planned that they announced years ago. One of them came out last year, called Crucible. Some bullshit RPG, blah, blah, blah. That did so bad, they didn't even bother patching. They unreleased it.
Fuck.
It was one of the only games I can think of in history that has become unreleased. So they released it, it was out to buy, everyone could get it on Stadia and all those great platforms. And then they just pulled it back into oblivion.
Just nope.
Yeah. They have...
Minecraft Story Mode, wasn't that unreleased?
What?
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, you have to pay...
Like that one was, yeah.
You have to pay like $100 per story or something like that. Episode, right?
Oh! Right? John's right. Because of the rights conflict, Minecraft Story Mode was delisted. That is correct. It wasn't unreleased, that's completely different.
Okay.
It was delisted. But on Microsoft, because they own the rights to Minecraft, you can still buy it. But since they're going to have to pay a cut to dead Telltale games, because or whoever absorbed them, obviously, because they're going to pay a cut to that, they charge $100 an episode, so you can still buy it, but they make it ridiculous so you don't. That's correct. Very good. I mean, bad use of terminology because that's not what they did. They didn't unrelease it, but they delisted it. Yes, correct. Okay. But anyways, that was such a weird thing. The fact that they actually let you do that.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, that's the thing. So Crucible got unreleased so they could retool it and everything, and now they just said fuck it, and they've canceled the game. Years after development. Okay. They have 2 more games left that they're developing right now, but a lot of people, both shareholders, not like everyone's dropping out of Amazon fully because of that, but obviously some people are still concerned that are like, I don't have faith in Amazon Studios now when they've now fucked up one game that bad. What's to say they're not going to do that for the other 2? Now, they do say that they did that so they can focus on their other game, The New World, but that's what they said about Crucible to begin with, that they're working hard on it. Then they delisted it so they could work harder on it, and then they just killed it.
Why not just fix the one game?
That's the thing, because this is the problem is when you have one studio work on... they may have multiple teams, but they have one studio working on 3 different games simultaneously. Yeah. That is a good point, that you should just do one game and do it well, especially when you're a rising studio like that. Now, they are just Double Helix Games, which were when they got bought out by fucking Amazon and became Amazon Game Studios. But it's like, this is supposed to be your big debut. Not a great debut.
Yeah.
So it's just embarrassing, basically, to have a game that fucked up where you just give up on it. And it really makes people not faithful, because no one's going to pre-order your games anymore, because who's to say you're not going to do the same thing to New World? Or whatever the fuck their other game is. It's like,
And they're not releasing refunds or
What?
anything for it. Or
They did.
Okay,
Well, they had to because legally it'd be a class
Yeah.
action lawsuit if
Yeah.
they don't. But still, if you were looking forward to a game for some reason, you were a Crucible fan for whatever reason. But say you were looking forward to say Dark Souls 5 or whatever. Let's say that or 4 or whatever the fuck.
that
Say that's
five
gonna
already?
say that's
No,
gonna
4,
come
right?
out,
Yes.
and then they just go,
Oh, really?
oh no, and they just go, no, we gave up. It's Bloodborne basically because it's just a fucking another Souls game. But yeah. So it's just one of those things where they were just like, we're not gonna do it now. Like they're just like they hype up everybody. They have fucking promotional materials for years, and then Bandai Namco just goes, you know what? Actually, no.
Psych.
Or no, excuse me. They release it first, so you've been playing it for a while.
Yeah.
Then they take it back and they say, no, hold on, give us back
Yeah.
Bloodborne. And then they go, or Dark Souls or whatever, and they go, oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. You can't have it at all.
It's ours.
We changed our mind.
Yeah, it's just
We're not
really
doing
weird
it.
to just fucking do. It's just unprecedented for anyone to really do that. So it's
Yeah.
really weird.
It's okay. It's Amazon. They can do whatever they want. No,
Is that what Jeff Bezos thinks?
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe.
Probably. I wouldn't put it past him.
But yeah, Bandai Namco trademarked Tales of the Luminaria, but they haven't released any details. People only know now that that's probably going to be a game because they trademarked it.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird society we live in now, where people just know shit like that. Like, let's see who's trademarked what today. Oh, Bandai Namco fucking trademarked the next Tales game. Now we kind of just know it's going to be a thing.
That's
So no
weird.
matter how long they want to wait to make a fucking announcement, whether it comes out in 2025, we'll have already known what it was going to be called
Yeah.
years ago. But that's it. There's no details. Bandai Namco hasn't made any official, statements or anything. They just went ahead and did that. They wanted to trademark the name, and then now everyone just knows that's what it's going to be
Eventually
called.
something's
Now
gonna
you
Cool.
know it's going to be called that.
Expect something.
Tales series is good though.
That's Tales of like Zestria and all that.
All that stuff, yeah,
Yeah,
all those
there's
ones,
so many.
Symphonia, etc., etc.
RPG?
And they're all pretty good. That's a consistently good series for the most part.
Okay.
The English voice acting is very bad, but I feel like that comes with the territory of being a Japanese game in the West. It usually has bad
Yeah.
voice
It's
acting.
a JRPG kind of game.
Yeah.
Mhm. And pretty good. I would say, I think if anyone's just played one, it's usually Tales of Symphonia typically are the ones most people have
Has he-
probably played.
Yeah, or Vesperia, I think.
Or Vesperia.
That's a pretty popular,
Pretty popular one too, yeah. So
Yeah.
one of those two. But yeah, so hopefully this one will be another good one, because again, that series is pretty good for the most part. Among Us in September had 4 billion YouTube views and related YouTube videos. Anything. There's 4 billion related minutes of, 4 billion related views of some sort of Among Us video. Now, they did count everybody, whether you have 2 subscribers or whether you have 3 million
Yeah.
subscribers. Anyone who played Among Us, they counted
Yeah.
you. But still, that's a lot.
That is.
That's even Fortnite. I don't believe at its peak had 4 billion views.
Dude,
in a
that
month,
game
so.
got really fucking popular.
It
really
did. So it's kind of
fast.
funny that they
Yeah.
canceled the sequel to it
Yeah.
after it got big. But
They're just like, yeah,
So it
whatever.
is.
We don't care.
Digimon Survive delayed to 2021. So if
Aw.
anyone is looking forward to that game, look into the future, not forward to it anytime this year, because it was supposed to come out by the end of the year. It's been delayed. They haven't even said a month. They're just like sometime in 2021, hopefully. So that's going to be a thing. Marvel. Marvel Avengers, Square Enix's Marvel's
There you
Avengers
go.
wanted to prove me even more right by announcing once again that something else has been delayed. Their new character, Kate Bishop, that was supposed to come out this month, is on the back burner, and they don't know when she's going to come out now.
Fucking
So they
hell,
don't know when the
man.
DLC is going to come out. They don't know when content's going to come out, because that game's
How-
barren as fuck, because it only has
Do
like
they
5
know
missions.
anything?
How
At
does
this
Square
point?
Enix fuck up like?
Now, Square Enix fucks up a lot of stuff, so that's a very easy question.
Okay, so my familiarity with the company is very
Yeah, they fucked up. They fucked up several Tomb Raider games. They fucked up Final Fantasy 13. They fucked up a lot of things.
okay.
So yeah,
Wow.
so it's very possible
Yeah.
for them to fuck it up. But yeah, this is just another thing. Now this is one of the worst ones where they are again pulling an Anthem and Destiny so fast. Like it's like they're fucking going for the speed record of
Right.
fucking it up faster than Anthem.
The Anthem
Um,
speedrun.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the challenge that they've now taken on, and that's kind of how they are.
What do you got? 10
Um,
minutes?
And
Yeah.
some interesting news. We don't know what the announcement is yet, but Microsoft announced a couple years ago that they are going to plan to open another studio soon to add to it's going to be their 22nd studio they own now. And they have hired several members of the Last of Us 2 dev team that have quit Last of Us 2 or Naughty Dog after the shitty behavior of fucking
the crunch.
Big
yeah.
Struckman?
Yeah.
Druckmann, yeah. And The Crunch, of course. So they're going to that studio. It'll be very interesting. Now, for all the people that are being like, they're going to make a Last of Us 2 competitor, shut the fuck up. But that team is very talented. Those members of Naughty Dog that worked on Last of Us and several other Naughty Dog
Yeah.
games are very talented.
Yeah.
So to see them employed under Microsoft bankroll, I'm very curious to see, in a brand new studio where they're hoping to flagship stuff. I'm really,
That
really
would be
curious to
awesome.
see what they're going to do there
This
as
is-
their like first attempt of a game.
This is where I'd put my scale bound. If I had one!
Yeah, maybe they could. Who knows at this point?
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean Microsoft's not going to do
I mean,
it.
maybe
but Switch
yeah,
would.
yeah.
But yeah, so there's that.
That
and then
is-
finally, what's up?
That is confirmed, right? Scalebound was
No.
like
No one knows
but
that.
like that was the last whisper we heard of Scalebound.
Oh.
The Switch.
Oh, that was the last rumor,
Yeah.
and it was a very, very vague rumor, and nothing has happened, and that was like 2 years ago. Rumor.
Yeah.
So sadly, I think it was some comment that Kamiya made, some shit like that, like, "Hey, Scalebound could happen," and everyone just instantly was just
Yeah.
like, "It's probably
Oh.
coming out for the Switch." So that's all it was, just the media running wild, unfortunately. So our final conversation:
Okay.
Monster Hunter trailer. Now,
Eh.
I am probably obviously the most hardcore Monster Hunter fan in there because I've been playing it. I played
Yeah.
3 when it first came out, then 4, then the spin-offs, and then fucking World. Josh has played at least World thoroughly. I don't know if you played any of the older ones too much.
Nah, pretty much just World.
I
I'm
played
assuming.
Monster Hunter World once, and that was at PAX South for the
Okay.
demo to get the buttons.
And
the
then
pin.
you?
I was not interested.
Okay, so you're gonna get varied opinions about the way this looked in terms of like varying levels of disgust. Essentially, I don't think any of that. We'll see if you are hyped for it. If you do see some sort of, don't try to be devil's advocate. I don't want to ask for that,
Yeah.
but I do want to say, if you're not really a fan of the series, do you see anything there, or do you see a bad film also just with not the knowledge of the series? And then, of course, casual fan then versus hardcore. So with that being the case, it doesn't really matter. Any general thoughts? Is there anything when you saw the trailer that did stand out to you? Some sort of director-actor relationship or anything?
I just want to say I love how Paul W.S. Anderson throws that jab in there. Like, what are we, the Guardians of the Galaxy now? Like, dog, you wish you got that James Gunn contract.
Yeah, that's a really stupid.
And I love
The dialogue's very flat. I think the inclusion of
Everything.
T.I. is very cheap. Like, why T.I. hasn't made a relevant
who's
song in forever?
already in the MCU. Just
Oh,
pointing
that's
it
true.
out there.
T.I. was in the MCU.
He's Ant-Man's bro.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And he does really well in there. I love his
Yeah, that's
character
right. He's
in
one
there,
of
yeah.
fucking Ant-Man's crew. That's
Yeah.
right. But anyways, yeah. So you're more money. I guess.
I have so much to say about it. Like that, I like the Resident Evil. I like them. I don't love them.
It's fine.
See,
They're
I
shit,
like.
but
Yeah,
that's
they're
fine.
I kind of
shit,
stopped
but
caring
it's like-
after the second film.
Mhm.
All the other ones were. But I remember we had that weird like,
Marathon.
yeah, we were
because
marathon.
I bought them all on fucking Steelbook Walmart Blu-rays and we watched
Yeah.
them.
God, so many of them were shit.
They were really bad.
I hate
The first one I really don't like. The second one's probably the better one, and then
Probably
the rest
the
of
best.
it shit.
Yeah, number 3 is just like it looks like number 3. It looks
Mhm.
like Extinction. Number 6 makes me think that they really like someone on their development team played Silent Hill and was like, "What if we had Pyramid Heads?"
Yeah, they
It's
did like
like,
the
yeah.
bootleg versions. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I'm. Am I?
But
going
anyways,
first? Yeah.
so Monster Hunter.
It
So without any, exactly. So without any, we'll do you guys first. Without any knowledge at all of the series.
I can already tell
Mhm.
that when the dragon grabs the plane that they're in,
Mhm.
that's going to be the climax of the film.
And they've already showed it.
Yeah,
in the
they already
trailer.
showed
One of
he
those
grabs
things.
it, they crash,
I hate it when
he
they
goes
do that.
down, and like where she's running up to him with the fucking. I'm surprised he's not holding a fucking axe like in Rain of Fire.
Eh.
And
God, that's
yeah.
another trash fire.
That's an okay movie. It's just not that great. Like it has such a good cast too. Yeah, no, this movie's gonna suck, but it's probably gonna do well. Like, I think because of the label.
Yeah, you can get your
Yeah,
opinion.
like I think because of the Monster Hunter label.
Monster
like,
Hunter is the.
During COVID?
Oh no!
Oh, that's
That's
true.
right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. It's coming to theaters.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
That's right. Holy shit!
Yeah,
Let
it's,
me
it's
just
straight
forget
up
that.
says coming
Yeah,
to
Now,
theaters.
so-
to be fair, a lot of people are going to theaters. Maybe not.
I
Maybe
know.
we're not.
Yeah, no.
But
I know.
theater numbers are up quite a bit considering. Now, they're still
know.
limited, social distance seating, so obviously Josh's point still stands that it's not going to be the next, last gen.
You're right. You're right.
It ain't gonna be the next Sonic the Hedgehog.
Theaters, or are they going to the drive-ins? Because drive-ins have
No,
way better
no, they're going to
movies
theater.
than the
Even Stephen
theaters.
King posted
Anyone
tweeted
that's
the
doing
other day.
anyone that's doing a proper movie release is going to get it.
Yeah, even Stephen King
Draft
tweeted the other
House
day
and
about how
everything
he
else,
went
but
to
Draft
the
House is
theater.
still closed. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Draft House might not be back.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I think that with the general movie-going audience, it will be enough of a draw to where they'd be like, "Oh,
What is this?
I know who Mila Jovovich is. What's
Right,
Monster
right,
Hunter?
right.
That looks
Exactly.
cool. Dragons are big and cool. Let me go see that. It's an excuse to get out of the house because you
Why
don't
does
want
the
to social
dragon
distance.
at the end look different from the dragon in the beginning of the trailer?
Now
Is
you
that
do,
the same
and then of
dragon?
course it's kind of funny how like the video game draw is not going to have anything. Monster Hunter is factually the most successful Capcom game. Period. Bigger than Resident Evil, bigger than
Mega
Street
Man?
Fighter. It's made more money in its existence to current time like lifespan. So if you say it's been around for 20 years, I think it has been around for 20 years. And then you do 20 years of like Resident Evil, it's beat
God,
Resident
I think
Evil.
it might actually-
And then if you do whatever, like 20 years of Street Fighter, and then you do 20 years of Monster Hunter, it's outsold that. So it is already Capcom's biggest selling franchise. But the funny thing is, that's not going to have anything to do with its success or failure, because it could do with the failure, because all the actual fans aren't going to go see that.
Yeah, it's like Mila Jovovich, she pretty girl. Mila, she pretty girl, be tough.
Yeah, everyone's just going to be like, no, I can just watch porn.
And it's
So it's one of those things where no one's going to do that. I can see a much better woman for free on the internet.
I think Mila Jovovich is pretty. But anyway, I give it to Paul W.S. Anderson for finding his niche.
In fucking up films.
Shitty.
But Josh saw that every film he's written or had directed or written has been bad.
I was looking at his IMDb profile earlier, and I was like, oh, he's directed some good ones, like Event Horizon.
Oh,
I think that's the only good one.
That's the only good one.
That's a great
Because
movie.
he directed Mortal Kombat, but I wouldn't say it's a good movie.
Okay,
We like
good
it.
because we like it because of
It's
what
so
it
bad
is.
it's good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it good. I
But
liked it. I enjoy it.
But every time he
That's not a
writes...
descriptor
On
for
that,
it.
Yeah.
on that note, I've always wondered, do you think Mean Girls uses Halcyon and On because Mortal Kombat uses it at the end?
What?
At the end of Mean Girls, they use the same ending song that Mortal Kombat does, Halcyon and On. Yeah, by Orbital. That's the name of the song.
I mean, it could be a very obscure reference. I don't know. I didn't know
also
anything
think it's a
about
very
that.
popular song.
no,
And
it's
also-
not.
No, I was going to say,
It's
I didn't remember
not.
that song.
Like, I'd never heard it before Mortal Kombat, and then I was
All of a
watching
sudden
Mean
they-
Girls like
you're like,
10
wait,
years
what?
later. I was like, is that? No. And then I went back to look, and I always wondered if that's why. If Tina Fey was just like, fuck it, I love that movie.
It could be the same universe.
Oh.
I think that's what they're trying to tie in. But anyway,
Regina
point
George
being,
and
October 3rd was when Mortal Kombat actually happened.
when Anderson
That was the
writes,
date.
it's no bueno.
Is he,
Yeah.
is he the writer
Yeah.
too?
For Monster
Ooh.
Hunter, yeah. So
Was that his
when I
material?
was looking at his writing credits, I noticed that Mortal Kombat and Event Horizon were not on there.
Yeah, okay,
So I was
good.
like, okay, just don't let him write.
Right, yeah. So when, as you know, people that aren't fans of the series, did you think any of that has anything to do with the game?
So, from what I played, which was like maybe 20 minutes,
Mhm.
when I was in the woods and then like by the shore,
Uh-huh.
I was like, why are they in the desert? I get that they're in the desert because that's where they were doing their maneuvers as the military, but like, why does that translate over into this
Into the
other
game?
world?
Well,
yeah.
you clearly don't know much about the Diablos.
I know nothing. I don't know, it didn't seem very appealing overall. Nothing about it made me say like, wow, I could totally see myself going and spending 2.5 hours watching this movie.
And Mallory with the least experience of the
Yeah.
game, which is 0.
I have seen my friends play it. They've talked about it. I'm not interested in it.
Yeah, but do you know enough of the game to know whether or not anything that was in that trailer actually had to do with the game?
No.
Same, actually. Yeah,
For example,
I
do
don't
you think there's military people in the game?
I don't know.
See, there isn't.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so basically, the easiest way for me to
No,
put
I
it,
don't.
no, and I'm not trying to be. I
No.
was just trying to make a point. Is that like you guys may not know, and because of that, it's so simple. It has nothing to do with that at all.
I thought like Monster Hunter. Are you even a person?
Yes.
Well, there's little cats, but you're a person.
Oh.
You play as a
Sorcery.
person.
Are you?
Yeah.
That's such an existential question.
Yeah.
Am I a person? I'm just running around killing
Go on, Mallory.
dinosaurs.
That's how I wake up every day.
Yeah.
That's how you wake up.
Am I a person?
But no, like, so I clearly don't know anything about this game. But are the monsters that were in the?
Yes, they at least use the monsters.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what I was going to say is the easiest way to put this into perspective of just how unrelated it is, the Super Mario Brothers movie to the game series. That's how related it is. It has Mario, so the Mario's your Rathalos.
Yeah.
Then it has Luigi, so you got your other one.
It's got a Yoshi.
Yeah. So, with that being the case, that's about it. Because, Mario wasn't in this city fighting weird, not Goombas and all that shit. You know what I mean? All that shit wasn't really like
Total
real.
explanation was
They
really
called them
weird,
Goombas, but I
right?
mean, that would be like calling if there was like a humanoid character in there and they called him, oh, that's the Rathalos, that's the human Rath. It's like, no,
The
that
what
has
is it,
nothing to do with it.
Rathalos?
It's an animal.
Rathalos, yeah, it's a
monster.
dragon.
Ah.
Big
Yeah.
dragon.
But it's one of those things where that's like how little related it is. Because outside of the monsters, nothing else has to
Yeah.
do with the fucking
So it's Resident
game at
Evil
all.
again. Yeah.
Yes,
There's
kind
a
of like,
T-virus.
to be
There's
fair,
a
kind of, yeah.
T-virus.
There's a T-virus, and that's where the story stops crossing over. Yes,
More or
pretty
less.
much. But yeah, anyways, Mr. Josh, your thoughts on the awesome Monster Hunter trailer?
They should have added Palicos in the trailer.
I'm really scared they're not going to have Palicos at all. I could see them going that route, because
Well,
Anderson's going to be like, that's the stupidest part of the thing, why would there be a Catman?
Why would there be?
And then he's just going to take him out. I feel like that's going
Is
to be
that
a
what
thing.
you walk around in?
Yeah, so you're looking companion. No, it's your little
Yeah,
companion.
so every hunter has a Palico companion, and it's a little cat.
Yep.
It's a little
Why
cat.
wouldn't you add that to the
Oh,
movie?
it's cute.
No, well, I mean, I don't know that, but my point being is, like, I could see them doing that because they would try to make it.
That's not cool.
Yeah, exactly. They're kind of edgy in their gritty, in their edgy, gritty movie. It wouldn't make any sense. They could look weird though. I would actually kind of like to see Palicos be gross, muscular, weird cat, hairless people. That would be kind of like Jellicle cats, but buff. That would be kind of interesting. But I could see Anderson either going that way or just removing them. What's it?
I feel like after seeing that trailer and just seeing this creature,
you don't see the connection.
They would have a way better movie if they did
something like that.
Like if they followed more of the game instead of whatever that was.
Well,
right.
So like Patrick and I were talking about this earlier. We're like, you can make a Monster Hunter film. Just don't do it like this.
Yeah, if you just copy the source material, it's because every single time that they have I'm gonna explain this thing now. Okay. So you can stop doing that. All right. Anyways, so basically the premise of most of the Monster Hunter games, it kind of starts the same way every single time. There's like a weird weather or the world fucking up event. It's usually caused because it's the fucking... You guys can fucking do that later. It's because of it's caused usually by some sort of monster. For example, the Kirin will cause this kind of like thing to happen. The Rathalos will cause this kind of thing to happen. So every time they're kind of coming back or kind of coming out of hibernation, some sort of world event happens. But of course the people don't know that, so they're just like, what's happening? And then they fucking try to figure it out and, whatever. So even if they did a movie where, like, let's just say you want to be really cheap, you don't want to really try to build a village because that's way too much money to fucking, you don't have the Hobbit's budget or whatever. And you don't want to do that. So, go to the jungle, because there's a lot of jungle levels, or beach. You can do beach and then jungle, and just kind of cut back between the two. You have your weird cat companion, walking around with you. You could just be fucking tribal wizard men and warrior, and that would be cool. And that already would make a better movie than what this even looks like.
Yeah.
So what I was going to say is, like, it seems like when they do, like, high fantasy translations these days, that they shy away from, like, the cutesy aspect that you got with, like, Neverending Story or Labyrinth or even fucking Dark Crystal.
Exactly. That's all dead now.
Yeah. But it was great. That was appealing. It was a good balance to the edginess. Now it's just too
I am curious what kind of focus groups that they did kind of do the testing with. Where they make these kind of decisions, right?
I want to find the people
Are you going to do boomers?
Groups.
Are you going to do zoomers?
Be like they're all idiots.
Gamers? Like
are you going to do actual gamers or are you not?
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't do too many. If they do, it's enough where they can just ignore their opinion, obviously. They're just like, oh, this guy's wearing a fucking anime
we asked
shirt.
them.
Well, yeah, but they could be, exactly. They could be like, well, that guy's wearing an anime shirt. We don't listen to him. This person's fucking, wearing a fucking dress shirt or whatever. We'll listen to him. You know what I mean? It's like, but what's your target demographic? Yeah. Your target demographic are going to be gamers and weebs in this case. Like, it's like, obviously. But anyways.
But it's weird because it feels like they're alienating that.
Well, yeah, they are. That's the whole thing. But that's my point, though, is that, like, even though that should be your focus audience, that's the complete group that they're ignoring when they're trying to make these decisions. But anyways, Josh, so going back to what you were saying, though, even though the Palicos probably would be the only redeeming thing in the movie, is why I hope they add them, I could see Anderson making the fucking executive call to just be like, nah, that just won't fit with the gritty military edginess.
Yeah.
So but anyways, and the premise of the movie is like, so they go to fight them and they're like, taking their fucking tiny dick big boy guns and then they're just like, let's get them, because like, let's fuck this, dragon up with guns, and then of course it doesn't work because for some reason when there's like that weird dimension shift or whatever, their weapons are worthless in the Monster Hunter world, but they can craft these swords and it'll work. That they know how to use for some reason.
I like how
I'm very curious.
Chains of Olympus. Like, what the fuck? Is that a thing?
Well, the swords do kind of look like that. The color scheme's a little weird because it depends on what materials you use, I guess. But it's one of those things where, I mean, I'm very curious if are they going to have a training montage, or is like the military people that use guns going to know how to use these all of a sudden? Yeah. I could see them just skipping the explanation and just being like, she's like, I got the power of these, and then she just starts using them, and I'm like, oh god.
Yeah, she rides a motorcycle through a church window.
It's going to be a cringy scene regardless. I can only imagine when they first get those weapons, I'm going to fucking recoil.
I'll give it some credit that some of the weapons actually kind of look like how they do in the game.
They're trying to do stuff. I'll be very curious to see if they do stuff like the bug glaive or anything, but they do have the dual swords look like that.
So, like, in the scene in the trailer where they show, like, the people of that world...
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, it's like, they actually look like they popped out of Monster Hunter. Mm-hmm. But everything else is shit.
Everything else looks bad. Yeah, it's like they're crossing it over with a weird Call of Duty movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's kind of the point I was going to launch onto. So, like, is there anything in Monster Hunter lore to where having military personnel translate over would be like, these are warrior-type people?
No,
so
not even.
Okay.
No, there's not. Wow. Not even remotely. That's what's so weird about it, that they're going this angle. It's like... it's not even like military people are that popular in the media anymore. Like in the Saving Private Ryan, Black Hawk Down days, it's like, oh, fucking military hot right now.
Yeah.
But what was the last big military, like last blockbuster military
Probably
film?
Bradley Cooper sniper movie.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that
And
was
even
called.
then, that had a lot of
American
controversy of not being
Because
very,
it's very
accurate.
accurate, because
a lot of creative liberties there. So, yeah. But
It
anyways,
would be
that's
cool
true. That's probably the last big
if they
movie.
did it like Forbidden Kingdom.
Something like
Get
that.
your average Joe.
Right, and then that's the thing
Which
is
is
that they...
great, which is our modern
But it's like, why a fucking
Starfighter.
platoon of soldiers? Like, it's like, fucking why?
Because how else are you going to present a badass girl?
That's the stereotypical
Like,
problem.
I'm
No, you're right.
Not
You're
trying
right.
to be shitty, but it's
You're
like,
right, but that's
Yeah.
also the problem with the fact that they're that close-minded that they really think that's true.
Yeah.
Why can't Mila just be like, she just, she practices like
Yeah, like even if they
BJJ.
wanted to use Mila Jovovich, why can't she just be in the universe already?
Yeah,
Why
like-
is this weird crossover world between our military and the Monster Hunter world?
Because we
There's
need,
no grounds for
we
it.
need
That's
to
the
pump
biggest
those
issue.
recruitment numbers up.
Oh god, that would be terrible. If that's the case, because this would be the worst film to do as a propaganda film. Because all those
Yeah.
people are going to be like, "This is for stupid nerds."
Well,
I
I'm
mean-
just gonna say I'm definitely not watching that dumpster fire unless they bring the cats in.
If they bring in the cast, I'd be very interested to
I
see
want
how they're
to
going to
see
make them
Palicos.
look. Because I'm kind of like, are
I
they going
want
to?
those
That
things.
one looked like
I'm gonna be
So
like, are they
hard.
actually going to look like that, or are they actually going to? You know what I mean? It's, I
Yeah.
don't know. It's weird.
That-
It's weird. I have a little palico buried under here, but I'm too lazy to get it.
That one Palico
I
looked
also
like
don't
my,
wanna
my
move
kitty
here.
bed.
All that I know.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that, but yeah.
I feel like it's just gonna come
But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Any other thoughts on it, Josh? Palicos was a very good point to bring up.
Yeah. I mean, I think we pretty much covered. It's stupid that modern weapons won't work
Right.
on these things.
So wrapping it, because I just kind of already said this, so I'll just be repeating what I literally just
Yeah.
said a little while ago. My biggest issue is the fact that they again, I think my Super Mario comparison's accurate,
Yeah.
where they just use such little source material. Names are thrown around. The monsters are just thrown in for some fucking reason. Military for no reason.
Yeah.
The fact that it's so removed and so made by it's like some guy watched someone play. It's like if you, like, no offense to you, but
No.
like with what you've seen from Monster Hunter, you were told to make a movie of it. It's like Anderson probably knows that little about the fucking source
That's what
material
happened.
that he was basically just told. That he's like given two like figures. Here's what a Rathalos looks like. Here's what this looks like. Make a movie. I feel like that's really what it is.
Okay.
So it's like he tried to improv it with, well, what else do I know? I saw Black Hawk Down the other day. Military people. It's like so filled in. I just am so insulted at the fact that the Monster Hunter's name is on this. To me, I wish it was like a thing where it was like, I would always say Final Fantasy Spirits Within wouldn't have been as shitty if it was just called Spirits Within. It would be a boring movie still, but I wouldn't have been as offended because it doesn't have the Final Fantasy name on there.
how I feel
So if
about
this one was
World
just
War Z.
called World of Monsters and not Monster Hunter,
Yeah.
I would be a little less offended. I'd be like, oh, it's just another bad film.
What if
The
they call
fact
it
that
Dragon's Dogma?
now you're going to have this shit stain, you're going to have this crap on the bottom side of your shoe now. Oh, if they did make that Monster Hunter movie, it's like, ooh. It's like, oh, they made that Tekken movie, ooh. They made that Dead or Alive movie, ooh. Like, you know, it's always, now you have that permanent turd stuck to your shoe.
Okay, I've never seen IRL Tekken, but have you seen the animated Tekkens?
I haven't seen the animated ones.
They're not that bad.
Oh, are they not? I've
The
never seen it.
OG one, the one from
No.
like the 90s, but I haven't seen the IRL one. Is it really that bad?
Oh, it's bad. It's fucking bad. It's fucking bad.
So I have seen both of the live action Tekken
There's
movies.
two.
Yes, there's two.
Yeah, after the
Um,
first one,
You
I don't
know,
know
you
why
know
they
what
bothered.
though? You know what? I'll give the first one credit that
Mm-hmm.
the characters, for the most part, actually kind of fucking look like the characters.
Not like King of Fighters or Dead or Alive,
Or Dragon Ball.
where they didn't look
Yeah.
anything like them.
Yeah.
Dragon
And then
Ball.
they got fucking Kerry Takawa as Heihachi.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's great
So
casting. I
fucking
like
went from
that.
Shang Tsung and now he's Heihachi.
Dude, yeah.
In both movies.
Does he still have the hair?
I think they did.
All right.
It's not as
Like
big,
pronounced,
but
Yeah.
because they didn't want to be too comical.
yeah, but
Whatever,
Oh,
man,
man.
go all out.
fucking that movie was bad.
Yeah, it's bad. But yeah,
the
sadly.
second one's worse, way worse.
Yeah,
The second one is-
definitely.
Because the first one I can watch it, I'm like, this is bad, but I kind of am having fun with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
The second one is absolute
just bad.
dog shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would say it's the same train with Street Fighter and then Street Fighter Legend of Chun-Li. It's like the first Street Fighter's bad, but, I'll watch it because it's kind of entertaining for a meme. And then Legend of Chun-Li is just garbage. That's just so bad. That's really bad.
This is not Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Yep. So anyways, yeah, Monster Hunter, this is the thing. I feel it's so bad. I feel like Monster Hunter is going to be so bad. I feel like boomers who know nothing about it are just trying to find something to watch in the theaters because they're there with their kids every week are going to watch it and still be like, this is bad. Because it's just going to be a bad movie. Not just a bad Monster Hunter movie. I feel like it's just going to be a bad movie in general. I feel like there's going to be a lot of disconnect. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fucking wondering why what has to do with anything in terms of like military and that. I feel like they're not even going to try to tie it together. If they did give at least a Forbidden, like you were saying, Forbidden Kingdom, if they at least tried to give an explanation like that, I feel like they're just not going to bother. They're just going to be like, they just ended up there. The military people just ended up there. That's going to be their explanation for it. It's like unknown mystery.
You know what's shitty? I bet this is probably the movie? The first of 5.
I don't think so, because I think it's going to gouge so much money. It's not. I don't think, because you got to understand, bad movies that get sequels sell. This is not going to sell. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
so I just think it's going to do so bad. I think what's the sad side effect that might happen because corporate idiots are corporate idiots is if the Monster Hunter movie tanks, they might pull budget from Monster Hunter's next game. Because they're going to be like, Monster Hunter World was a big hit, but it's just not quite doing what it does. Look at the Monster Hunter movie. I feel like some fucking corporate shills are going to do that. They're going to fucking see the sales of the Monster Hunter movie and be like, well, we don't want to give it that much money now. When Monster Hunter World sales killed every other Capcom game, we're going to give it all the world. Now we're going to probably pull it back a bit. We're going to maybe take 2 more years to release it and remove $60 million. So it's one of those things where, and so that's just the way it works, unfortunately. Yeah. All they see is brand relation and money.
Yeah.
So
has there ever been a good video game movie done?
Silent Hill.
Yeah,
Silent Hill.
Mortal
Silent
Kombat.
Hill's pretty good.
You asked, I answered.
Talk about Silent Hill because we'll never get another Silent Hill game.
But to answer your question,
the only
Silent
movie
Hill,
Sean Bean hasn't died in.
Not true.
I know. There's the Black Plague one too, right?
There's quite a few.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah,
that's a bad meme for people who haven't seen Sean Bean stuff. Anyways, with Silent Hill and then probably Mortal Kombat, I'd say.
Okay.
Because Mortal Kombat did the job.
Yeah.
It was the movie. Mortal Kombat's a stupid world and stupid story.
Yeah.
It did the stupid world and stupid story.
But it's good. I like Mortal Kombat. I think it's a good movie.
Okay, well, you like fucking Batman versus Superman, so fuck right off the edge of the earth.
No, Justice League. I
whatever,
don't like
same
Batman
shit.
versus Superman.
Same bad movies, whatever.
I love Justice League.
Justice.
What's another good video game?
Are you excited
Sonic.
the Snyder Cut?
Sonic is okay.
Yeah,
you said
Sonic's
good.
okay.
Are we saying good or okay?
Okay, like decent, like well trained.
You're lucky I gave you good on Mortal Kombat because I want to take that away from you now. It's okay. But anyways, it's
House
good.
of the Dead. No, House of the
Oh,
Dead is so
fuck.
bad.
House of the Dead was shit. That was absolutely
barely a movie.
I know, right?
Postal was really bad also because that barely.
Didn't
yeah.
Rainbow make a lot of video game movies?
Yeah. Because he's bad.
Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark.
Yes.
Poor Kristanna Loken.
Hey! Blood Rain 1, 2, and 3, by the way.
All
three
Kristanna Loken.
Which none of those games had to do anything with the actual games. Any of the Blood Rain ones. And then same thing with fucking House of the Dead or Postal.
I would love a remastered Blood Rain.
I would like that because Blood Rain's biggest thing because I replayed it last year.
Detective Pikachu.
Pikachu's in, yeah.
Oh, okay,
And
then we're going that way. Pokemon the movie 2000. Or Pokemon the first movie.
The first movie.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 2000 wasn't as good, but the first movie was good.
2000's good.
It's fine. Yeah. But anyways, but what Josh was saying before Dick rewinded this.
Blood Rain. We were talking about Blood Rain.
Blood Rain. Blood Rain would do good because the game has an interesting lore. You're killing Nazis, so that's always fun.
Hell yeah!
And then, but the thing that it does have is bad camera and bad controls.
Yes,
that's why it doesn't age well.
Dude,
so with a remaster doing it, you don't want to do it like Crash, where Crash kept the bad camera and bad controls. Yeah. You want to do a fix of it, where it's like I'm gonna upscale the textures and levels, but I'm gonna fix the camera and controls. Yeah.
No joke. I never finished 2 because of the bad camera.
Yes.
Because I couldn't get to a certain.
And 2 is better than 1, so that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
Well, Soul Reaver had the same problem with that. When it comes to trying to get to things that you can't see because of the camera, Soul Reaver has the same problem.
Yeah, when you're climbing up the tower.
Soul Reaver would deserve to get a reboot or a remaster, but the problem is they already tried to do that a while back, but there was such little interest in it, they just canceled the project. So, they should have just given it to Amazon Game Studios. So anyways, other than that, we'll catch you guys actually on Monday this time. We'll see what happens next week. Every week at least.
Every week.
11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So do that shit. Don't be Amazon Game Studios and cancel it. Unless Amazon Game Studios buys us and we'll start canceling episodes. So anyways, bye!
Raid Shadow Legends.